Folks, it has been a particularly special day here at the world famous late night Grin. Um, I think we were fired up for this one. I think I described it earlier as our WrestleMania in terms of what we were going to do content wise. I think it exceeded expectations based on two things. One was a match, one was a moment. It feels dumb to go through this show in a kind of straight form, rigid fashion.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Okay. You appear to be preparing something. Okay. Shoot seems to be preparing something which is concerning me greatly. Has a devilish grin on his face. We are here to talk about Supercard of Honor as well as AEW Rampage. The review of Rampage will be hilarious in many, many ways because I don't know how much any of us could focus on it. Not everyone saw it. I hope those of you in the chat did at least. We will talk about it to some degree. But
Samoa Joe just tweeted a video out. That's what I was watching.
Was it him taking a piss on the World Wrestling Federation logo?
It was just him in a private plane, already in the air, and he's whistling the deep in the heart of Texas.
My God.
J-Show?
I'm going to see him live on Wednesday.
And that rules. Now, I'm going to start here because it feels necessary. Then we're going to go to the Briscoes versus FTR. Firstly, my mentions when this deal went down were unlike anything I can recall. The Bud Matt Cinema Pop was one thing, but this was truly unique. I want to talk about this just for a little bit here. And you guys have heard me talk about Samoa Joe for long enough to know that I've probably got enough of this out there already, but it's fitting. I need to say it.
Wait, are you a Samoa Joe fan?
Brother, if your response to that was, what does it matter in 2022? What does Joe have left to offer? All of those are fair questions. Okay? But without Samoa Joe, Ring of Honor doesn't make it past year 3. Without Samoa Joe, a whole vibe of wrestling, a whole style of wrestling doesn't grow the way it did, doesn't catch fire the way it did, that allows promotions like AEW to even exist today. That moment was about a hell of a lot more to me than just, Joe's back, he's going to wrestle again. No, man, that was relief for me, and that was a rough couple of years he's had, man, and it's all mysterious, and no one knows what's going on, and no one can report any of it because he doesn't say shit. He's just like floated around in their system for the last couple of years, And I'm gonna be real, I don't know what he has left to offer, but I want to see him get the chance to do it where it matters and where he belongs. If you haven't seen it, go and Cass tweeted the video. Go check out his post-show promo. Because if it wasn't obvious already, it makes it really clear. This is just where he needs to be right now. When you look at the guys that are on that AEW roster, when you look at Ring of Honor being under that umbrella, that's where he belongs at this point in his career and his life. I don't know how many matches he's going to wrestle. I don't know if he's going to do commentary. I don't know if he's going to be a GM, a manager, an agent, a coach. I don't care. Samoa Joe's back in pro wrestling. And for a lot of people, he will always be the Ring of Honor champ. And on this night, 20 years removed from that promotion's start, to have the first truly iconic champ, the dude that allowed that territory to crawl, let alone walk and run, it don't get any better than that. So if you're as excited than me, I get it. I ain't here to tell anyone they're wrong. I understand there's a lot of factors at play. That's one of the coolest fucking moments of my fandom, man. I cried. In my heart, I believed he was showing up. And I did everything possible to convince myself that wasn't the case. But I just thought, the way Tony was talking, I was like, I don't think it's an AEW guy, man. I just did, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't feel like it. Especially with Cage being Tully's guy. It just didn't feel like it. It felt like we were going to get Samoa Joe. Because I think I know what he means to Tony, So, all-time great moment for my fandom. And just fucking great to see him in a place where he's respected, appreciated. I'll go around the horn here. Shoot, I'll go straight to you. I know it's weird for you guys because you kind of watch this through my lens, which is really wild. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that, so I do apologize. But you're a Samoa Joe fan. It's pretty fucking cool, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look. Obviously I know the connections, but I don't have any emotional attachment to Samoa Joe and Ring of Honor. I can't pretend I do. But I still lost my mind. Like, it just felt right. We've been wanting him in whatever you want to call this universe, whatever you want to call it. Probably not that term, actually.
TK's T-dub.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Tonight was a special night. These are the kind of nights that I think we live for as wrestling fans. And I'm not coming on here and saying that pay-per-view was an all-time show, because I don't think it was. It had a couple all-time moments. But sometimes that's all you need. There's a couple, tremendous moments. Half the stuff on that show none of it was bad.
Right.
But half of it, didn't do a whole lot for me personally. But this is this, like, I've been watching wrestling for 30 years, man. Like, this is the stuff. Samoa Joe coming back, the tag match, which obviously we're going to talk about at length.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man. Like, pro wrestling's great. I think I speak. Jay Shell, you're young, but for the four of us, it's gotten us through a lot in life. And this is, these are the nights we get rewarded. We put up with a lot of bullshit, less than we used to, maybe, but yeah, man.
I'm going to read some super grins. Bobby is right. I should plug it. Streamlabs.com/late-night-grin. If you want to send one, we'll read your comment. We'll grin wide. We appreciate all the support. Croaky Boy sent two. He said, FT fucking R, which factual. And there was a great moment tonight where he said, top fucking guys. And I was like... he also said, Joe, you won all hell, which I appreciate tremendously. Brenton Rosie says, I'm up at the casino and Samoa Joe's back in pro wrestling. Victory laps around. We appreciate you guys. If you want to send one, feel free. I don't know if I'm going to look at the chat a lot because there's just five of us, right? We've got a lot to talk about. But Oracle, I'll throw it to you next because JJ is frustrated at your lack of conversation as far as I realised that I did a monologue to open. How you doing, buddy? And were you fired up to see old Sam Joe show up at the end?
I'm very tired. I popped for Joe. I popped for both Joes, the one here and the one on TV. I was sort of convinced that it was going to be Punk or Danielson. I think some people were as well. So when Joe came out, I said, "Oh my fucking god!" Pop.
Did you say pop out loud?
No, I pumped my fist.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, this was cool. It was entertaining that Joe came out in his ring gear.
Yeah.
With a towel on his head.
I think there was a message in that, don't you?
Oh, shit.
Two great returns in one night.
Joe said that he pushed hard for WWE to buy the Ring of Honor library when he was there.
Pop. Imagine those conversations.
Did you see that Sports Illustrated put out a post that was like detailing that like Nick Khan wanted to buy Ring of Honor, but Tony Khan just outbidded them?
Well, my favorite part was Tony Khan basically declaring backstage he was going to buy Ring of Honor the day the news came out that they were shutting down. That's why he sent those guys. That's why he let all those guys do the videos for the last pay-per-view. That was building goodwill.
It's where it needs to be.
I mean, that's not the only reason, but like, he's not dumb.
Oracle, you popped him being in his gear. Carry on, pal.
Yes. I don't really know what Joe has to offer in the ring. If I'm to be frank, I'm not particularly excited about it. And I want Joe Hobart to be patient with me when I say that. Because I don't mean that in jest or insulting in any way. I think Samoa Joe will have a go at it. I think he will really, really, really try and put it all out there. I don't know what to expect. Again, I don't have high expectations. There are elements of this return, or whatever you want to call it, that I think you can criticize outside of Samoa Joe being older or out of shape or whatever. You could maybe make the argument that it sort of the whole situation with Lethal and Sanjay as a heel group, whatever, that sucks. Like, does the Joe thing overshadow Gresham's big win? Was Gresham's win at Final Battle more important than this one?
My God.
There are things you kind of have to, think about in terms of maybe the negatives. Here's me playing the devil's advocate. I'm the party pooper. Deal with it.
Hey, Oracle, if you want some insight into what he's thinking, so far in this press conference, he's declared that he wants to be Ring of Honor World Champion, he wants to be AEW World Champion, and he wants to enter the Owen Hart tournament.
Well,
he was never injured in NXT. He got COVID.
I think it's clear that, and as Joe pointed out just now, Joe Holbert, the ring gear was symbolism, right? As cheesy as it sounds. He's here to wrestle, and he's here to wrestle a lot. And that's where I have some concerns personally, like that it fucking matters. But I do. As far as the moment, it was great. Very happy for Joe Holbert. I think there are some arguments you can make that I don't even really necessarily agree with or disagree with about putting that here and like TK's style of booking and how he does sort of surprises and stuff like that. I think you can make some arguments on that stuff, but that's me kind of thinking.
Lethal's part there was deliberate though in terms of the story they were telling, right? So like Gresh, he played Big Brother to Gresham, and obviously Joe was like his mentor in Ring of Honor, right? So I think that's what they were going for, was like, listen, man, you been running this place for the last 10 years, but like when I was here, you was just my young boy, and that's what they were going for. I don't know if they hit that right, but I think that's what they were going for.
Sure,
I agree with the Sanjay stuff.
I think it's fair to throw out some potential criticisms or arguments.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
At least in relation to what Joe may have been interrupting, as well as the Lethal Sanjay stuff, which just doesn't do it for me.
That's fair. Okay. Bobby O'Neill. Go ahead, pal.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of thought it was going to be Joe, and then, they did the Lethal stuff, and I'm like, well, are they going to do like a title match right here and do a title change? I guess that would technically be a big surprise, but like, I hope they don't. And then, he came out. It's awesome. Choked out Sanjay Dutt, which is who he won his first TNA match against. So that kind of ruled. Yeah, listen, man, I mean, I don't know.
Good shit, Bobby. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know that we even necessarily need to focus too much on what he's going to do or, what it's going to look like. I think, it can just – I know that's what we're here to do, but, like, at the same time, it's just nice to just be able to have a moment for once and just enjoy it. And, yeah, it was just as a singular moment, it ruled, man.
Good Lord. Oracle Bobby just kicked the shit out of you there. Did you hear that?
That was a little tough. That was a little rough.
I kind of heard him, but I'm so zoned out I kind of didn't pay attention.
Wow. That was basically like moving out of the way of the rim when someone goes up for a dunk. Like, dunk on me. I want there to see it.
At least it's not you and me this time, Joe. We can play the other roles.
I'm half awake. Like once we get the Rampage, I'm out of here. So,
Jay Shell, how was your? I know you had a different night to us. How was your reaction to the finish?
We'll get into that later.
Right.
That part was like my one, besides the tag match, was like my saving grace of the show.
Right.
Mainly, I was happy for Joe, but then I was also like, this is gonna be cool. You know, when he was in NXT and stuff, I liked him. I don't have obviously as much, knowledge or I haven't seen all of his like older matches. What is happening?
Reese's gonna pop me. Carry on.
But I feel like that was the only place that he would end up. I didn't even know if he would really want to like do it at this point in time. But I guess it does make sense. It's the transitional era. But I thought he would have waited a little bit longer to see what the ROH product would look like and then debut. But this makes sense as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's important to remember, obviously, he was a free agent last year, right? For a tiny amount of time. And the fact that he's immediately landed somewhere probably tells you that he probably realized he wasn't going to fuck it up this time the way he did last time. That's,
He was a free agent so short of amount of time that he couldn't even talk to anyone because he went back before his no compete was up.
Right, but,
Yeah, but... By the way, he said nobody in AEW is special or unique, and they're all targets.
Oh, he went full like...
Yeah, coming into
the territory. Yeah. Listen, man, I remember the rap on Kenta. I remember the way people used to talk about Kenta like he was like a dog who couldn't, like that dude's had some really good matches over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Promotion. Like, I'm not saying he will be good. I don't know. I have no clue. Do I think there's a chance he gets out of that place when weird shit stops happening to him? Like he stops getting concussed in a fucking advert? Yes, very much so. I think that could definitely happen. So we shall see. Let's get into the real hit of the night, the real grin of the night.
Wow.
I have a scoop from Jordan Grace. She said that she tried to convince Gresham to sign elsewhere when ROH went under, and there were offers on the table, but he decided to wait.
What did she say elsewhere? Like it wasn't just I try to make him sign Impact. That rules. Yeah. I said to him, "You got to go talk to Colt Bauer."
Oh God.
The Briscoes versus FTR. The atmosphere that they managed to capture for this match. Listen, Tony Khan just said there was like 2,000 people there. 1,850 of them there were to see this match. Like there was the difference in interaction crowd-wise from this to everything else was hilarious, right? They were rabid. Oh my God, they tried. This is also on the lockup. It's one of my favorite wrestling matches ever. I couldn't believe how good it was. It had everything. The physicality, the drama, the blood, oh my God, what a great match. Two of the best teams ever. I adored it. Shoot, we were texting a little bit during this, as much as one could without just, just losing their mind, all caps. This was fucking amazing, wasn't it?
These are I don't think we can I can't even find the words. What a moment in time this was, and how you can't plan things like this because, obviously it was a tremendous match. Maybe my favorite tag match of all time. I think it might be. Mm-hmm. And this is coming from someone who doesn't have any kind of emotional connection to the Briscoes or like a long historical, just the match itself was perfection. But the build for this match is what made this atmosphere so special. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't intentional. They started kind of a build to this, and then it kind of got dropped, and so we all thought it wasn't going to happen. And then when we finally got it, it made it that much more special. And that's not something you can manufacture. Like that was real. Like it was a match that I think, a lot of people, a year ago, if you'd told me about that match, I would have been excited about it, even though I'm not, a Briscoes guy, but I think it was a match that a lot of people had thought about, and then they kind of teased it, and it made everyone want it. And I mean, it really looked like we weren't going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really looked like it was never going to happen. I don't know, man. Like, you knew from the moment they got in the ring together that this was going to be something. And look, it could have been an incredible atmosphere, and then the match didn't hold up, or the match was fine and it got carried by the atmosphere. That's not what this was.
No. They weren't going to let that happen.
Yeah, this was an all-time match with an all-time atmosphere, and you put those two things together, man. And, they went 34 minutes probably, I think, and it felt like 10. Like
the intensity, bro.
Yeah.
When they went head to head and they're fucking putting their heads in there and just talking shit, and it was authentic and it was real and it was everything you love about pro wrestling. It's like a snapshot of everything I think makes wrestling magical. But there's a lot of good wrestling out there today. Okay, a lot of good wrestling. I don't feel a lot of it. Felt this, man. I couldn't sit down. I was rocking. I was so fired up about this situation that's set up here.
I think FTR is the best tag team in the world, and I didn't think that this morning.
I'm not going to argue that. I know you've seen a lot less of them. Briscoes in that tier.
Yeah.
There was a distraction stream a while back where I said they're one of the best teams in the world, and there was a lot of teams being put above them, and I was like, I'm telling you guys, the Briscoes are one of the greatest tag teams ever. They've been doing this for 20 years. They're both great. They're made for each other. Everyone knew it would be great, and it's still over-delivered. Extraordinary match. Oracle, you sent a sensational tweet this evening. Recap that best you can, and then the match itself and what was just a very, very special tag match.
So I sent out a tweet about how, and I've referenced this a lot before, where when I was a kid, particularly in the golden era of the indies, but also missing out on the Monday Night Wars and stuff. I mean, I caught the last 18 months, but that was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how you would have to, for me, I would have to go to the store and read through the magazines, or back then, most families didn't have 3 personal computers, or 4 personal computers. They had 1 computer in the living room. And I only get maybe an hour or so, once a week to get on there and look up, SmackDown pay-per-view results or the occasional, message board or whatever. And I'd read things about Joe Kobashi and Punk Joe, stuff like that in the magazines and on the internet. When I was 10, I got a VHS copy of Ring of Honor's oh God, what was it? It was Danielson, Low Key, and Christopher Daniels in the round robin tournament, round robin challenge. Jay Briscoe worked on that show, if I'm not mistaken. I think I may have gotten a second ROH VHS tape from my brother Dylan, late 2002, early 2003. And Jay and Mark, I'm pretty sure Jay and Mark were... Jay was definitely on those shows. Mark might have been on one of them that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And I always liked them. There was a Jay Briscoe match on that show I always liked when I was a kid, because I wore that tape out. And of course, 2015, Dusty Classic was announced, and I wasn't really a consistent regular viewer of NXT. I'd seen a lot of the hype stuff 2013. I had seen a lot of the early network stuff in the first half of 2014. I saw every takeover live except for maybe one or two. But I had just graduated college, finished my summer camp job. I was working night shift at a place, and I'd watch Dusty Classic, and of course the Revival worked it, and they were praised highly on the Florida loop, and elsewhere, and they really showed out in the Dusty Classic. Eventually won the tag belts after that, and had a great match that Joe was at live in London. Had a great match at Roadblock a few months later in early 2016, and then they were off to the races with a classic feud with Gargano and Ciampa. Going back to Briscoes, I got to see them live at Supercard of Honor 2016, and of course they were always in the magazines on the internet. A team that my brother Dylan always loved, would always talk about. I'll never forget when he showed me the video of Jay Mark cutting the promo after they were said to not be aesthetically pleasing.
Yes.
Which rightfully they've been criticized for things they've said. But I still largely believe that they are not aesthetically pleasing to Warner. And therefore they lost their jobs because of that. And that is shameful when you consider Jay Lethal is employed. I'll leave it at that. I know I'm going long here. I'm sorry. Deal with it.
Oh my God.
At 9:45
Is that a Bob?
At 9:45 p.m. Eastern, I was done. Post-match, I was done. This is one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Very much emotional investment. Had blood. The moments with Jay and Dax were just...
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat it. You talk about guys who understand cutting the promos and then delivering in a match. That's about the best you can possibly do at it right there. Tremendous stuff. Even when there were times where it seemed like things were maybe slightly off or whatever, they're such pros, they're such veterans. It's almost magical what they were able to do. It's almost misdirection at times. You're thinking, "Uh-oh, looks like they're going to mess something up." For example, when Cash was waiting for Mark to hit his dive, it seemed mistimed. Well, Dax starts calling at him. Cash gets up, and Mark's smart. They're all smart enough. Mark's smart enough to kick him back off.
Kicked his leg out, yeah.
Dive. Just small things like that. This was just about perfect. There was a few times where I could hear some spot calling. I'll say that. Part of that's just how it was mic'd up, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even blame the guys. I definitely heard Cash call a couple spots, which is fine. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but that's literally the only small complaint I would have, and it's very. I mean, it's extremely minor compared to what we saw. Yeah, this was everything you wanted. Post match was amazing. It felt earned. Didn't feel like a typical handshake because respect thing. It was different than that. The post match had good heat. But and look, the match on Dynamite on Wednesday with FTR and the Bucks will be great. But I'm pretty sure maybe it wasn't. Who knows? Pretty sure this was the Briscoes' last match in Ring of Honor for a long time, maybe ever.
Yeah, I think Tony's going to
try to work things out. I'm getting the gist he probably will too.
I mean, they definitely set up a match with the Bucks, but they also didn't
Yeah.
make it the focus of the segment. So if it never happens, it's not the
right. Exactly. It was left open ended, but
I think Tony's going to fight pretty hard for them.
I think it's pretty clear that, regardless if they're back or not, this could be the end for them in Ring of Honor.
Right.
And so, 20 years, the true sort of, they were the Sting of Ring of Honor, the Undertaker of Ring of Honor, the guys who never left ever. They never did, because this is not the same. The place that closed shop in December, this isn't the same. It is, but it isn't.
Right.
They never left. Even if they left today, they never left Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's I don't know. I don't know. I was done. Like the rest of the show, the rest of the night. I mean, it was just like whatever. Like I couldn't focus. Like it was too good. Easily my match of the year. Nothing comes close to it. Yeah. So I went about 10 minutes, but
Bobby, you were very fired up. You sent me a big text. You got the Revival shirt on.
I did. I just want to start by saying that that was incredible from Oracle. Not even doing a bit. Just that's what it's all about, man. And that's kind of how we're all feeling tonight, I think, especially about that match. Like, we've all watched so much wrestling where at some point it just kind of starts to feel like another thing. So when you have something like this where you genuinely feel something after it, and I told you that, like that was an experience. Like, I don't know when we're going to see that again. I don't know if we're going to see that again. And, for as long as you've been watching those guys, when they're on the card, it doesn't matter the setting. They're going to go out there. They're going to try and steal the show. Most of the time, they're going to be successful. And, every once in a while, you get an environment like this where it's just kind of a perfect storm of just all this stuff coming together. And it's beautiful, man.
I think it's fair to say tonight was the greatest night of... I mean, I think both, but tonight was the greatest night of FTR's career because this is their actual, their imagination of what they think this should look like. This was it.
Yeah, and I was watching their part of the press conference, and I do recommend that to everyone because they kind of broke down not only the match, but kind of like their mentality, just kind of since joining AEW, how like the pandemic made them better wrestlers, how they can't do dives and stuff, but they're going to go out and they're going to make you feel something. They're going to either get you to boo them or cheer them. And it was really interesting to kind of watch them break it down.
They're great. And there's a weird thing now that we talk about a lot where people glorify, like, oh man, this guy's such a great worker. Like, look at him. He's going to, get paid for doing no work. And if I see any of these 4 dudes on the card, I can put my money down safely and know they're going to give me more than what I bargained for, like, fuck all that. He's a smart businessman shit, like.
Yeah, what's that do for us as fans?
Exactly. Give us dudes that love it like this. Like, people can call them nerds and, oh my God, they do Midnight Express cosplay. Man, go fuck yourself. They're one of the greatest tag teams ever, And the idea that once upon a time, and by that I mean about 2 years ago, we actually had to defend and argue that they're not a great team, that they're washed. Well, quite frankly, if you watch tonight's match and think they're anything less than one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling history, you need a fucking eye test.
Yeah.
And Bob, go ahead.
That's something too. And I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I was talking about it with someone after their match. Like, remember when people said that they were bad? And yeah, I do. Every time they wrestle. Every single time.
Yeah. I remember you and I having a conversation, debate about it. With other people, you and I on the same side. But I want to stress again, They were not the only great team in that match, and it's been a lot of classics in those rings for the Briscoes. Tonight was the greatest shit. Jay Shell, I know this didn't have quite the juice for you that it did us. I think this all kind of swept us off our feet, but this was great, wasn't it? What a tremendous match, even still.
Yeah, it was still really good for me. I got more into it towards the end. I feel like this whole show was hard for me to focus on most things because a lot of the feelings I was feeling was just straight up anger and just like being upset throughout the whole show. So like it was, to be fair, it was hard to like try to take that away from this match. And I'm probably going to go back and rewatch it after all of my emotions are, you know, dissolved and I'm no longer being a crybaby toddler about everything. But I do think this is one of my favorite tag matches I've seen in a while. I still think that the Hangman Omega and Bucks match is pretty up there for me. And I think that's still my number one. But I'm really excited. I'm going to be there for FTR and Bucks as well. I'm going to lose my mind for that. So that'll be dope.
It's going to be tremendous, man, because you know how motivated the Bucks are going to be after tonight. I mean, it would have been tremendous anyway, but it's going to be, I mean, it's not going to be what tonight was, but it's going to be great.
Oh, buddy. We're going to get there in a little bit. I got notes. I'm saving it.
Oh, no. That sounded like a threat.
To Tony Khan it is.
Don't lash out, please.
Oh, I'm lashing out at Tony.
Not tonight.
Me in my house is my, I was watching this show with Adrian and she got very tired. And she was like, I'm going to go to bed. And as she was leaving the room is when they put like the tag match was next. And she literally turned around and came back.
Here's the Briscoes. And
she lost her mind for 30 plus minutes, which is, that's too long for her. The type, like she usually is like that. There's no reason this match is this long.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like I looked down when the match finished and like went back and looked at when I tweeted that it started. And yeah, it was like 30 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, that felt like it was about 13 minutes.
Yep.
Like that's another reason I knew it was like incredible.
My personal guess is that we have not seen the last of the Briscoes in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I think the compromise here is I don't think we're ever going to see the Briscoes in AEW, but I think we'll see them in Ring of Honor.
I would go as far to say there is even a chance they just appear on like pay-per-views. I don't think their presence in that promotion will be done because
look, we don't know. Tony Khan said tonight that he can't say where the TV is going to be, and he's hoping it'll be with Warner Media. But so, I mean, there's a chance that Ring of Honor will be somewhere else, and we don't know. So it may not. It may end up not even mattering.
Right. I know it doesn't make for good audio, guys, but I was truly in awe of what we saw here. I couldn't believe how great it was. It was just, it flowed so well, And structurally, they achieved so much without ever being like showy or expansive, Like it was just perfect. And they were hitting so hard, and it was just one of the great matches I've ever seen. Okay. Second match of the night, Bobby O'Neill.
Probably. That's a good question.
Difficult because Daylight is actually second, right?
Yeah. I did like the opener a lot. I thought that was a really good choice to open the show with. Just kind of got everyone going.
Let's lock into that. Bobby, expand on that a little bit, pal. Swerve and Alex Zayne. Go ahead.
How much Alex Zayne have you seen?
Not a whole ton. So that was kind of nice to kind of get that perspective too. But yeah, I always think, good opener just kind of gets the crowd going. You get your high spots. That the Poison Rana was ridiculous. It really worked for me. I think it was a good showcase for Swerve, which we've been seeing more and more of, obviously. But yeah, just really enjoyed it. And yeah, probably my second favorite match of the night.
So I liked it a lot too. I'm really struggling for some reason with the Swerve's like first act. Yeah. When he does like the sequence stuff, it's almost like he's so unique that his opponents struggle to grasp the pace of how he does it. Does that make sense? Like there's like a slight kind of like the same. I can't explain it correctly, but when they got into it, I thought they actually had a hell of an opener, and obviously the crazy Poison Rana spot off the apron, which was nuts and looked incredible. Swerve is one of their more unique stars, I think it's fair to say. His presence, the way he wrestles, so on and so forth. He definitely stands out. Jay Shell Studdis, this felt like something that you would certainly enjoy. I know you're a Swerve fan, even though he's action figure. You're a big action figure fan, as we all know.
I was gonna bring it for the show, but I got mad and forgot. So
you smashed it to pieces.
No. Oh no. I refuse to take it out the box. Oh my god. But I actually really did like this match. I'm actually a really big Alex Zayne fan as well. So that was really good to see as well. I was really excited for this match. Honestly, this was probably the match I was most excited for on the card, to be honest. Like, no disrespect to FTR and everything like that, but everybody knows I love Swerve and all that stuff. And I feel like this match really delivered for me. I feel like it was definitely Swerve's best showing in like an AEW esque promotion. So I was excited to see him, kind of prove himself, because people have been saying recently that they don't think he can go, which makes me want to punch him in the face.
You got enough punching going on as of late. I will say, you mentioned Alex Zayne, and it's worth like. I liked the dynamic to this match of like these two really arrogant, showy, like dudes that always, like they do something and they fucking taunt. That was a fun dynamic they had. Well, Alex Zayne was very impressive. Also, I thought his stomp actually landed, which Swerve that is, which is a big win because he was 0 for 2 over there in the fleet. So he hit one, I popped. Shoot, was the opener?
I like this match. God, it was a long time ago. Yeah. I thought I haven't really seen. I guess I didn't really see what you were talking about with the first part of the match. I like this a lot. I've seen Alex Zayne a couple times. Oracle, he's been at SCI, right? Haven't he?
Yes, I believe so. Huh?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I've seen him live, but this was fun. I mean, the way I felt about this show was I pretty much liked everything.
Yeah.
But outside of that tag match and the Joe return, nothing was like...
You had very little investment also, right?
Yeah. Suzuki winning the TV title popped me huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I liked this a lot, but it wasn't like...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not... I'm still... I don't have a connection to Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get there. I liked some of the stuff they did tonight with... Tony clearly was trying to do some nods to the past, so...
It was... Someone described it on Twitter as... It will pop you more if you as a Ring of Honor fan 15 years ago than 15 months ago.
Yeah.
Jay Shell learned that lesson tonight. I was double dipping. I couldn't lose.
Yeah. I will say, like, I told Joe, I don't even know, because we kind of blew right past it, but when they announced this match, I was like, there's no way Minoru Suzuki's losing to Rhett Titus. And then I was like, well, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and we just changed the subject.
Suzuki was 100% winning. Yeah, we said it on the Hitchcock review about Frenzy. We, look at Shoot not selling that. What the fuck, man? Bump and feed, brother.
Bob laughed. What do you need
he
from me?
He weren't doing no job to Rhett Titus. It is what it is.
They fucking squashed him, though.
Well, look, see, here's the thing. Yes, Minoru Suzuki.
No, that's disrespectful.
Suzuki,
that's just...
I understand.
My comments later. We'll get there in a little bit.
When are we getting there? What time are you going to make me do this?
When we get to Yuta and to Woods.
Oh, yeah, I thought that'd be a problem. Let me conclude the business here regarding Swerve. The Oracle of Wrestling. Imagine you jumping up and down when they did the old Poison Rana, one of your favorite spots in the business. What did you think of the opener?
It was cute.
It was cute. There you go. That's good.
It really wasn't bad. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was a solid opener.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Oracle, I'm going to stay with you. What is your second favorite match on this show, if such a thing exists?
Mad.
We'll circle back, okay? Take it easy. Everyone calm down. This has been a great night for me. I don't want anyone to ruin it. Triumphant night here at Holbert headquarters. Jay
Probably the main event.
Now, that is interesting because I was very worried about this concept. I really like the main event.
I did too.
And I have just gone on Twitter and seen that there is, in fact, a Twitter Spaces taking place right now called Octopus Slander, in which many of my friends are currently just kicking the shit out of young John Gresh. I really like the main event. Oracle, what did you think of it?
It was good. I thought it took them a while to get going.
It certainly did.
Heat was limited at first because people were clearly waiting for the post-match, right? It was kind of one of those Kenny Omega Christian situations. But yes, I think once they picked things up, I think especially when they just started going balls to the wall, I think the crowd really got into it and they really put in a good effort and it had a really, really strong finish.
I thought it was admirable how much they got the crowd into the finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But they were 100% into it. And listen, we all rolled our eyes because we see him do it a night ago. That suplex spot actually got the people back. They were talking amongst each other and went, "Oh my god, he's still got him in that suplex." I'm telling you, it got them. It was if your first time seeing Gresham and you lashed out multiple times, you were very aggressive.
Absolutely, that did not happen, but okay.
Oh. You play like that, are we?
I mean, look. I've seen Bandito 2 nights in a row. This was the second best Bandito match I've seen in the last 2 days. But I did like it a lot. The wrong guy won. Bandito should have won.
Oh my god.
But, it's good.
That was venomous again, and this is what I'm talking about.
Well, you set it up, man. I wasn't going to do that, and then you...
Oracle gave the speedball match 2 1/4.
Yeah. Well.
What did you give this Gresh match, Oracle? 2 3/4?
That was like 3 stars.
There you go. Bobby, did you like the main event?
I did. First of all, this whole thing kind of feels like it was a rib on Chavo. Which
that's true.
Oh, that rolls.
Huge pop.
Listen, I liked it. Tape said it's hard to tweet about these matches because what are you going to say? Just like Gresham worked a hold or whatever. And I find it kind of hard to talk about them too. They're good, but they're lacking moments, and that doesn't matter when you're watching. But kind of on a thing like this, it's kind of hard to call back and pick out what you liked. But it was good overall. I like Gresham.
Are you telling me you don't take notes?
I started taking notes for the show, and then I just kind of stopped.
Bobby, do you feel what you just said about Gresham makes it hard for you to connect to him?
A little bit.
Okay.
What does that mean?
That's the impression I got from him tonight is that he's a very good professional wrestler that I'm not going to care about very much. I mean, that's just the truth.
Oh.
This is horseshit, man. Like Joe lashes out all the time, but then when we do it, he's got to.
I never ever critique wildly popular professional wrestlers. Never have I done that on this show or any other. You know that, shoot. I don't do that around here. So I will do that because I don't play that way.
Okay.
Shoot.
Remember when you cost us patrons by slandering Adam Cole and then watched the match again and said, "Oh, that match was actually pretty good."
So, as you know,
this is stupid. Why are we doing this?
I'm just going to explain because people don't realize this. I actually, as you know this, I watch wrestling with my back to the screen. You know this shit, right? I listen.
Yeah.
And I told you my television was low that day. The volume was low. So I didn't appreciate the Adam Cole match was actually 3 1/4.
That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense.
Today, at the halfway point, I was thinking, this Gresham kid is the shits. They're not making any noise by him.
Yeah.
When they started coming out, I said, this kid can work. He's got something. So that's just me.
They came up for Bandito, too.
Yeah, he was good.
A lot of dueling chants.
I actually really, really do genuinely like Bandito a lot.
Me too. I think he's really good, man.
He needs to be signed. I was stunned when he said Tony hadn't talked to him. I was like, he's one of the first guys they signed.
I need to see Gresham more. Look, I wanted Bandito to win because I've seen him a couple times in the last couple months and I've liked him.
And you're spiteful.
It probably makes more sense for Gresham to win.
Probably.
Sam, but on the flip side, if Bandito had won, then we probably wouldn't have gotten Jay Lethal turning heel and attacking him after the match. So it's 50-50. But then we might not have gotten Joe either. So it's like a butterfly effect thing.
Yeah, agreed.
We're not. This isn't a feud. Joe and I are fine. Everybody relax.
That was actually never heated. Well, on the late night green, it got like borderline. That was never even close.
Absolutely not. No.
Jay,
good Lord, man, come on! Why are you still trying this?
Jay, did you like the main event?
Yes, yes, I did. I probably enjoyed it more than most of you guys did. I've always, kind of been a Gresham girl. That sounds weird. I'm not saying that.
I was going to say you and me both, and then you said Gresham girl, and I was like, quickly backed out that one.
Yeah, we're leaving that. I act like I didn't say that. That's weird. But I actually really did like this match. I actually watched a majority of the show with my boyfriend because if I didn't, I would have, kind of strangled somebody. So it was actually kind of good to see what he thought about the match. He was so confused when Bandito was holding Gresham for like 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, he did this. Oh, this is cool. And I was like, oh, for a person who's just tuning in, this is probably very confusing and, what is happening. But I was really excited throughout majority of the ending. I got really hot towards. I liked when Bandito kicked out Chavo. That made me feel good inside.
Some of those near falls were great, weren't they? Late, great near falls. They actually had me thinking Bandito was going to win. It was great.
Me too.
I loved that spot where Gresh trapped his left foot in between his 2 feet and was like, now you're stuck, and Bandito just got out of it. That ruled.
The counter to the surfboard was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's spectacular. He's I know people roll their eyes out, I get it, but when he goes into the pin combinations, oh my God, it's spectacular. I love the guy. It is what it is. I famously like unpopular professional wrestlers. Also, most of my favorite wrestlers are widely considered boring, so make of that what you will. All right, Jay Show, I want to give you the floor now because you seem very mad. You've sent me 6 DMs since this show started calling me a piece of shit.
I have not. That is
factual.
A lie.
Factual.
Okay,
he's lying a lot tonight. It's fine.
Oh, no.
He's very... Look...
Oh, this is...
Look, let's just address the elephant in the room. Okay, we're almost an hour in.
Yeah, you should do it.
Today, for those who don't know, there was a World Cup draw. And the United States and England were put in the same group in the World Cup. And so Joe knows what lies ahead for him.
1776, brother.
Absolutely. There's literally no way that Joe can win here. Because if the United States loses, we're just going to no-sell it and be like, yeah, I mean, when they should have lost, it's England and it's soccer, you piece of shit. Congratulations, you beat us. But if we win, then we're going to alienate half the audience that watches us that happen to be British. We're probably going to play the national anthem for a good hour straight on the Late Night Grin on November 25th. And so Joe's very spiteful. He's been lashing out all day ever since this happened. It's really been some of the things he said about the United States of America, a country that I'm not even that attached to, for being honest. But when it comes to sports, fired up.
Look at how backdrop shit.
Yeah. He's been saying some very hateful things, borderline problematic. And so we're stuck in this situation
where career to uphold, shoot.
Yeah, things are awkward right now, but we'll get through it. We're professionals.
Have you heard about me being the face and the ace of the Late Night Grin?
The what?
The face and the ace of the Late Night Grin.
Where's that from?
SP3 of Fightful Overbooked / Wrestle Purist / Sportskey./
Believe
/ something else / Fame.
True Heel Heat. How could you forget the main one? You're
I thought
bad.
we were about saying he's the face and the ace of that, right? Anyway,
okay, Jay Shell, the floor is yours now.
Yes, please don't lash out a screen though, because it is 6 in the morning.
Okay, I took some notes down.
Oh no.
The original comparison that I made was all of the ROH guys felt like they were getting a call up to the main roster in WWE and they were getting squashed. That's what this felt like to me. When I was like looking at Josh Woods, Rhett Titus, even Willow, I was like, okay. And especially with like a Josh Woods who's already gotten wins on Dark and stuff like that, and they proves that he has value to them. I was like, do we really need to do this right now? And I think that Yuta could have gone without the title. I don't think Yuta needed to be in that match, to be honest. I think you could have found another way for him to prove himself to Regal and would have done that. And I would have been just fine with that. Willow definitely should have won. Mercedes, I get it. You know, she's a veteran. No, Willow's time. And people were saying, Willow, you have to build her, yada, yada, yada. They have no big babyface stars besides Thunder Rosa right now, really, because people don't like Ty anymore. Anna Jay is like, meh. I mean, Toni Storm just came in, but, you know, obviously she's going to take some time as well. You need to focus on building these women, and Willow is a woman that you can build. You can build the whole division around Willow, to be honest, but neither here nor there. Also, there was only one women's match on the full card, and that card was long as fuck. Another issue. Also, Brian Cage. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Pass.
We disagree on that one, but that's fine.
I cannot see Brian Cage anywhere.
You were the consensus. I'll be very clear. I went on my timeline, and Jay Shell's DMs to me were very much like the tweets I saw on my timeline, so I ain't hating on that.
You're the consensus of the Twitter bubble. You're not the consensus of.
Can I say something real quick?
I mean, I'm not. I'm just saying, like.
I know, but it's not like the masses are watching, you know.
Did y'all see Steve's tweet on Brian Cage about a week?
Steve Austin?
No. What? Twitter Steve. Did y'all see his tweet on Brian Cage a week ago?
No.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I'm going to not say it out loud.
Okay. This felt like AEW.
Tremendous audio.
This show was AEW 2.0. And I think I'm also coming to terms with the fact that I'm starting to hate AEW, but I don't know if that's because of the owner or that's because of the fans or if that's because of the product.
It's the fans.
But, you know, something, and it's making me hate it. And the fans also made me hate this show a lot more, too, because people were trying to argue with me about my opinion on this show. Suck it. Also, they were trying to act like they cared about Ring of Honor. Suck it.
Okay, suck it is a little graphic, but I understand.
I would have preferred for Delirious to book this show.
Right, hold on.
I'm so serious.
Hey,
no,
let's not
I'm
say
for
that
real.
stuff on the.
No, I mean it. I literally fucking mean it. Like this.
I understand your
now I'm
perspective.
dead.
I think you know I understand your perspective because I get it. You and I watched Ring of Honor before all this, and I do get that it's kind of frustrating. I understand. What happened?
The chat. This is like my Oracle moment. Am I turning heel right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I'm having my
I understand
that's not Jay Lethal.
your perspective. You enjoyed Ring of Honor as it was, and tonight was a very loud. It was pretty aggressive in telling you that it will no longer be that way. Certainly. So I get it. I understand. However, I think for the most part you can understand the way they went. Willow, I think everyone on this show agrees probably should have won that match. Josh Woods and Yuta, that was just where it had to be. I'm sorry, it was.
Can we talk about killing the territory for a second? Because honestly, I don't even know if I want ROH in this reincarnation, if it's just going to be AEW, because what I wanted out of Ring of Honor was like GCW style events monthly or whatever. And that's what I was expecting. And that's what I would have wanted out of Supercard. And that's what I'm saying here. Not that I want Delirious to book like a TV show again.
I get you. I think what I would say is, though, I don't think Ring of Honor was coming back if it didn't get sold. And I'm pretty confident on that. I don't think this show is happening. I'll be totally transparent. The Briscoes thing was very telling, I thought. I think this was a legal matter. I think this was we're coming back, so someone might buy us. I don't think they had any intention of being a promotion again after closing down. That's my genuine belief. I don't know that. It's not a scoop. That's my read on it. So in that case, maybe that changes things slightly. But I get you. I actually did see quite a few tweets that were like yours, like your perspective at least, of kind of frustration. I had a lot of fun with it. I can't co-sign, but I do get you for sure. Okay. Confirmed shoot. Which match would you like to talk about next?
What else haven't we talked about?
Willow.
Would you like to talk more about Minoru Suzuki in the TV title?
That was fun. We can talk about the big lads in Tully Blanchard Enterprises. That popped me huge.
Yes.
Dude. Cage fucking flung, dude, around. That was brutal. I was pumping my fist. It was fast fired up about that. I'm sorry. And I think we were actually on an island with this, being excited for it, but it just popped me.
We are. That's fine. I don't even like... I don't actually like Brian Cage. I think...
You. This is the chat.
I think
all
we've
of you
reached...
can suck my fucking dick today.
Hey, take it easy, kid. All right.
I think we've reached a point where people pretend Brian Cage is worse than he is because they don't like him, which I get. I don't want him to be Ring of Honor World Champion or anything, but he can be a big lad that, throws people around. Bob got real fired up. I've been excited about that Toa guy. Bob and I both have. They definitely had a couple moments there where you could tell they are not used to teaming up yet, but it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tully here.
Bob, any big boy falls?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on the other show while we were watching their match, but the Samoan Spike, and I think it's going to really go well. I think they're a team that can fit in. I assume they're going to be, Ring of Honor, just kind of working there, getting better, and I have high hopes for him. As far as Brian Cage, it's kind of who I thought it was going to be, and I don't like him, but it's not a bad role for him. Like, that's the thing. Like, I get if you don't like him because of whatever reason, but it's all about fit, and it's all about, if he's a guy that you can kind of separate all the outside stuff from and look at it just from where he's at now, he's going to be perfectly kind of inoffensive in this role, I think. And if you can't, it's fine too. Who am I to tell you how you should feel about someone?
Yeah, you piece of shit. Sorry,
that was very nice of you, Bob.
Yeah, but
best guy on here.
That's I'm interested in seeing if Tully's going to add more people or what the kind of end game is with this whole thing.
Joe, did you pump your fist when you saw the name of the group?
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I figured as much.
When he did the way introduced Cage, the Machine, Brian Cage. And
yes.
It popped me. Oracle, you stung the streets with a grin when you saw Brian Cage unveiled as the centerpiece of Tully Blanchard Enterprises?
Not really. Kind of dozing off there a little bit. Charles Barkley on Inside the
You good, pal? You okay? You've done a lot of shows. You can take it. You can take the night if you want to.
Oh no, it's fine.
You're very tired.
We'll get there. It's for the pops at this point.
His voice is losing strength now.
But what were we talking about? I forgot.
You're good. Don't worry. It was about Brian Cage. I don't need to remind you of that.
The match was good. It was a good squash. I don't care about Brian Cage, but the match was
I have
good.
Spring Break on in the background.
Okay.
Somebody asked a question. I just responded.
That's fine. Confirmed shoot.
Hello.
What did you think of your first Pure Rules match?
You're kind of boring, huh?
Yep.
Jack Crosby, I gotta say this because this was so funny. So I like the match. And
I like the match too. It's just
like when Yuta won, shoot messaged, hell yeah, or something. I said, I like that. And Jack Crosby goes, that was great. And she said, well, hold on. And Jack didn't message again for the rest of the night.
I definitely at one point during the match I decided my new bit for pure matches. Which was going to be to point out all the ridiculous things that happen that don't really make sense if it's a pure match. But Ring of Honor is probably not going to have TV for like 5 months, so I will have forgotten about it by then. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. Why are you doing dives in a pure match? I don't know, man. I don't get it.
It's
not for me.
It's not about like mat wrestling. It's more like really clean wrestling, you know?
Okay.
Like no punching.
They put like a big wall of text up, and I was like, "There's no way in hell I'm reading this." So I didn't really know what was going on except for the rope break rules.
Well, whose fault is that?
I mean, did you see that thing?
Yeah.
There's no way anyone's reading that shit.
Why don't you pause it? You know, get real close to the screen.
Anyway, I was glad Yuta won.
It's what everyone loves in wrestling—a bunch of rules.
Yeah, right.
God damn. You lads all right.
Didn't you declare that they weren't even going to keep the pure title, like, not that long ago?
The story was, before they sold, the story was that all of the belts were going over in the world, the tag, and the women's.
I kind of think the TV title's going.
Exactly.
I don't think Suzuki's ever going to lose that belt. I think he's the last champion.
I do too. Like, I think it was just a case of putting this show together, right? Like, it you know. Oracle, what do you think of the Pure Rules match?
Fine.
Yeah. All right.
What was that guy's name that used to call
Josh Woods?
No.
Willie Uber?
No.
Bill Murphy?
Stop. The guy's name who used to call that stuff in that big ass island you live on back in like the 70s and 80s with Clive Myers and Jim Breaks. What was the guy's name who would call the matches? And he sounded like a fucking guy calling a golf game.
Don't know, mate. Good question. Any other Brits in the chat know the answer to that one? Please help. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, but it sounds good.
Well, I say that because the Pure Rules was like a really, really, really terribly abridged version of like a British Rounds match.
Yes.
Which British Rounds, I like that stuff, but this was like I don't even know what this was. It was weird. It wasn't even bad. It was just like.
Is this the first time you've seen one of these two?
I mean, I knew they had like weird rules. I don't watch wrestling. I just sort of talk about
it. Oracle, are you talking about Lord Alfred Hayes?
No. No, I'm talking about the guy that was out there in the middle of fucking countryside England, out there calling fucking Clive Myers and
Wade Barrett.
There you go. Yeah.
Wade Barrett. There you go, folks.
He was good. I like him.
Hell of a hand. Jay Shield, would you like another chance to wear the pure title? Is it pretty best for the program that you've kind of expressed that, haven't you? I think.
I think I should move on. I'm just gonna. I hope that Tony Khan finds a way to display all of the Ring of Honor stuff soon, so I can continue to watch all of the pure title matches that I love, because I love pure rules matches.
Bobby?
Yep.
Famed hater of rules. What do you think?
The match is fine, but yeah, there are too many rules, I think. Like, it's cool to do, I guess, as just one match per night, and if that's how they're going to do it, whatever. But, like, why are you going to limit the rope breaks and all that? Like, that's part of wrestling. If you're going to use you can...
But it's cool. Bob, I should show you a match where, like, that comes into play with the ending. It's better with the finish.
How come there's the rope break rules, but then you can tie someone up in the ropes and hit them over and over again, and the referee doesn't stop it?
No.
Well, because it's a matter of if you're a good enough wrestler to exit pinfalls and submission attempts by not grabbing the ropes.
It's a nerd belt. I'm glad Yuta has it, though.
Oh, Christ. Sorry, I just saw The Undertaker going, never say never, and putting his shit back on. Anyways,
Hello,
Continue.
Steven Jensen. Hope you had a great night, pal.
He's wrestling Seth Rollins tomorrow.
Steven
Don't
Jensen?
fucking say
Yes.
that. Do you
Or
really think that?
Undertaker.
No, I don't think that.
Congrats, Jensen.
That's WWE. What do you think?
So,
I'm confused. Help me.
I don't want us to gloss over Bob, like, borderline throwing his hands up in the air and saying, why mess with the rope breaks? That's wrestling. That's one of the funniest things Bob's ever said. I mean, not that it's wrong, but it's just like the anger you appeared to have about it was incredible.
Too many rules, man.
Yeah.
This is so
Mercedes Martinez, Willow Nightingale. I like this match. The moonsault was really scary.
Yeah.
Poor Mercedes was making some sounds, which she was like, fucking sound like she was in agony. But I did like the match. Willow's got so much energy and charisma, hasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely just poured through the screen as a baby face. I liked it. Confirm shoot. What say you?
I like this match a lot. Willow's very good. I haven't seen a ton of her, but I've seen, most of the time when I've seen her, it's been squashes in AEW. She's gotten a little bit of offense in a couple of them, but I thought she looked good here. Mercedes is starting to get back in the groove, I think would be the best way to put it. She, when she first got to AEW, I thought she was a little rough, but I mean, it's understandable because she hadn't wrestled that much lately. I like this match a lot. I understand the frustration. I mean, I thought Willow should have won. I can't pretend it's like something I'm really mad about. I mean, I would have preferred Willow to win. Someone in the chat said that there's like a Deanna and Willow match that's already taped for Impact that's going to air in like a week or two. So that, I mean, I'm not saying that's why they did it, but that is an interesting aspect.
There was a lot of political elements at play with the booking of this show. I think that's important to remember,
Yeah, because I mean, I understand being frustrated, but in all seriousness, if there's a match that's going to air in a week or 2 weeks where Willow's going to lose, I probably wouldn't put the belt on her either. I mean, it is unfortunately, but that's kind of the way it is.
But even more than that, it's not just that she's losing; she's wrestling.
Yeah, she's wrestling
the match, right? So,
and I know Mercedes and Deanna wrestled in Impact. How long ago was that?
I think that was January.
Well, either way, at least, I mean, if nothing else, it was in the past. It's a tough spot. It is what I mean. That it's kind of the way wrestling works. Is Impact fucks up everything for everyone else, so you get what you get. I suppose.
Fair. Final match we haven't talked about: Lee Moriarty, Jay Lethal. Want to show love to Jay, who, wrote a tremendous love letter to his more boring matches in the 2010s Ring of Honor run that he had. No, look, it was good. The last stretch of it was really good. I thought the meat of the match was like really dull. I'm sorry, and I love Lee. And look, you guys know where I'm at on Jay Lethal, but I think he's been great in AEW.
There he goes again.
Am I back?
His internet wasn't even going to let him say that shit. It's like,
but I think he's been great in AEW. I'm not here to pretend otherwise. I thought this match was really dull. I didn't like it very much. Jay Shell, your hand has been raised.
I need to address something in the comments quickly.
Oh no.
It's quick. The thing with this is she can be a veteran leader and have actual storylines on the main roster without having to take a belt. Obviously, I understand the Impact situation, but if you were going to book this, I would have put Willow in it anyway. You could do some sort of
you didn't have to book the match. You're right, yeah.
But whatever. And the thing is, Willow was such a beloved babyface, especially like if you've seen any of her work at all. Even if you haven't and you saw just like the promo, you can get behind her easily. So like, don't want to kill that too much, especially with Mercedes, who's still also kind of a face as well.
Let's kind of kick that around a little bit. Basically, you could have done a different title match and featured Willow, even if on the pre-show, in a victory. You didn't have to book the match, right?
Yes.
That's a very fair point. I agree.
I think Willow will be fine.
She will be fine. She'll be just fine. But the thing is, when you have to do all that,
final battle,
let her win.
She wrestled for the belt, and people were pretty upset she didn't win it. I think that's part of, I also have to say, I love the execution of the low blow.
Same.
Imagine what Jay would do with his face if he went to the PC at any point.
Yeah.
Jesus wept. You've ever seen anything like it?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how long it went on. He was like running he hasn't got any hair. He's running his hands for it.
Shawn Michaels was like, holy shit, man, tone it down a little bit.
Rein it in, brother. It was nuts. What did you think of the match, Bob?
It was, fine. I mean, it was kind of missing something. I don't know, I don't know what I was expecting from it, just a little bit more, I guess. And, the people there seemed to enjoy it, but it felt a little off to me.
The Oracle of Wrestling, who a moment ago was so close to the screen, I began to get concerned.
I almost did the same thing when he was doing that.
Fair. Was it Jay Lethal, Lee Moriarty, Oracle?
Good match.
Good. Shoot.
Outside of all the other stuff about Jay Lethal, I find him very boring.
Yeah, he's bland, right? It is what it is.
He had a little stretch against Moxley there at the end where I kind of got into it, but for the most part, I just find him boring.
Do you?
I like Lee Moriarty a lot.
Yeah.
This match was there. It was fine. It's hilarious that this show kind of seems like all of us except Jay Shell. Well, I guess even Jay Shell hated the show when I think we all liked it except Jay Shell.
I actually had a blast. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought it was great. I mean, I had a fun time. It's just when I break it down segment by segment, it's like, two incredible things, and then everything else. There was nothing I hated, but
wow, I'm surprised. I'm surprised by the tone, but I do get you. Because I don't wildly disagree. Do you agree with my take? I sent you that like Lethal's matches are way more. There's like way more fire when he's the babyface. When he's in control of a match as the heel, it's like, man, it was like plodding along, wasn't it? When he was working over that leg, It was like, I don't know. It wasn't Lee's finest hour either. Let me be very clear. I mean, he didn't really pop the way he usually does. Usually he just shines through the screen. Wasn't the case. Okay. Give me a rating on this then. I would give Supercard an 8. Had one of the best matches I've ever seen. Well, everything was pretty good. Well, a couple of things were really good. And it closed with a big angle. I really have no complaints. I really did like the show. Jay Shell, what rating would you give tonight's show?
6.
Okay. I actually want to say this because this is important to me. If you think Jay Shell's being mean or unfair, I actually know exactly the perspective that she has. And when I told her that I knew, I think you were a little bit surprised at how accurate I was. Jay Shell is currently an example of someone that is really frustrated with how a certain audience has pushed back on her critiques of that product. Is that fair, Jay Shell? And that's not me saying your opinion is less valid, but that's a factor, right? It's fair to say.
Yeah, they're phony fans.
And Confirm Shoot can say, he can confirm even, I've been there with another promotion, haven't I?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. I don't even want to watch this. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to praise it. So I'm saying that to say that sometimes that stuff actually does affect like people's enjoyment stuff. Jay will give it a 6. She can give it a 1. I know exactly where she's coming from because I've been there. So I just want to say that. Bobby, would you give it out of 10?
I think I would probably give it an 8. That tag match is going to stick with me for a long time. The ending was great. And, Joe, we used to have a show with Steven Jensen, Jeremy Lambert, where we would watch Ring of Honor every week and discuss it. And when the news came out that, they were shutting down, we didn't really know what it was going to look like. And I don't know that any of us could have predicted that it would have been like it was tonight. I think this was a success. We'll see where they go from here. Obviously, there's still a lot of questions, but this is probably the best possible scenario they could have had for this relaunch.
Bobby, I'm glad you reminded me because we both loved doing that show and it was a blast. I said it immediately when they bought this thing. This is the third promotion. I was bullish on it then. I'm even more bullish now. It's clear. Do you see the hype tonight? Do you see the interest?
Yep.
They went number 1 on Twitter, right?
yeah,
It's palpable, right? And it's like,
time.
it makes them a monster if they do it correctly. I truly believe that. I always have.
Tony said in the post show that the digital numbers are trending, the pay-per-view buys are trending way higher than he expected.
There you go. What do you think of the show shoot rating, overall thoughts?
I think 8's probably about right, which I understand can sound ridiculous given some of the stuff I've said on this show tonight, but I genuinely didn't dislike anything on this show. My enjoyment of things was varied, but there's literally probably one of my 5 favorite matches of all time. The Samoa Joe moment I'll remember forever. So, I mean, it was a good time. I mean, the first half of the show I watched with Adrian before she gave up, and that was fun. She got to see her first true Colt Cabana match tonight and popped huge for it.
Oh, fuck off with that shit.
That was
I'm allowed to have my opinion. Relax.
That was wholesome. He was talking about his wife.
Yeah,
Mrs.
Lord, man.
Take it easy.
Fine for the Colt Cabana match. Fuck Colt Cabana for winning, though.
By the way, how much did it rule that Adrian's watched AEW for 2 years? Tonight was her first Colt Cabana match.
That was her first real Colt Cabana match. Yeah, because in AEW, Colt Cabana is just a wrestler.
Yeah,
I mean he's actually good in AEW too when he does wrestle, but this was a Colt Cabana match. We got to see Dalton Castle, who we saw at an indie show years ago, and he actually looked pretty good tonight. Because Joe and I saw him at Warrior Wrestling a few weeks ago, and it looked like he probably shouldn't wrestle ever again, but he looked good tonight.
Was that bad?
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah, he's just really banged up, man. It's not like I'm not knocking him or anything. It's just it makes me uncomfortable watching him wrestle in that back brace, and
but I have to be. This sounds bad, but if he wasn't on the television product, I wouldn't be devastated. I have to be honest.
I'd like to see him on the show, but maybe if you find a different role for him.
Dalton Castle.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Do you know who Joe Hendry is?
No.
Devin, are you okay, man?
Was he wrestling with a back brace on?
Yeah.
He's been doing it for about 3 years.
I didn't know that.
You all right, man? You good?
Oh, at this point, I'm just here for the show.
Okay.
Worrying me. He's a bit of a...
Dude, they did... Hold on. Listen. In October.
Oh.
Wait.
Okay.
Important. I had a conversation with Bob. This isn't made up at all. I'm not making anything up. I've never lied in my life. I've never lied in my life. Bob and I had a conversation. Bob confirmed. Nod your head. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Bob, I hear you're doing this Ring of Honor show. Kill it. He said, okay. I said, Samoa Joe got COVID. He's out. He may be released soon. We're going to give Joe a gift. 6 months from now, it's all a plan. We're going to kill Ring of Honor now. Plot the press release, everything. And we're going to get Samoa Joe in Ring of Honor. We care so much about our friend Joe Holbert.
Yeah.
That this was plotted by Robert O'Neill and myself to give our friend Joe Holbert the opportunity to see Samoa Joe back in Ring of Honor. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. What did you give the show
it's pretty implied from what Oracle just said there, but just to make it clear, I had nothing to do with this.
No. You was rooting for him in the Impact Zone.
I was I was torn when Joe came out because I was both very fired up for myself, but very angry that Joe won. It's rough, man, because it's I'm happy that Samoa Joe's here, but now Joe's happy, and that's the fucking worst. So
he's gonna be so over too.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like God on Wednesday, bro. You know that, right? It's gonna be nuts. Got it, rules. Okay, Oracle, what did you give this program out of 10?
An 8. The tag match puts it over. Puts it in that spot.
Okay.
Can I just
Yes.
what were these Dalton Castle's boys called? Little chickens?
They called them the chickens, yeah.
Little chicks or whatever. So he did a thing where he put his hand out like this, and they all four like pretended to eat out of his hand. And my wife had tears rolling down her. I don't know why she found it so funny, but it's now one of my favorite things in professional wrestling.
Is she going to pop for Sam Joe? Or
I think she will. Yeah, she likes Joe. Although there's a chance she's going to call him old. You can never tell with her.
Well,
yeah.
I'll Kerry posted a picture of Joe, and I even said, Jesus.
It is like it. In all seriousness, and like, the chat's kicking the shit out of you, Jay Shell, and I know you don't really care. But part of the fun is different viewpoints and different perspectives. And, look, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff you said tonight. You don't agree with a lot of the stuff I said tonight. We didn't yell at each other, and we're not fighting. And that's, professional. It's professional wrestling is subjective. And I watched the show with Adrian every week. She doesn't have the same opinions as me. She's not nearly as big a nerd as we all are.
Well,
I'm not a nerd.
Factual.
Oh no, man! You're.
Speaking of this,
you're the coolest guy here.
I have a statistic.
For sure. Not close.
AEW's new signing, who we very rarely talk about on the show. I haven't got any personal connection to.
Wheeler Yuta?
The one just after that.
Oh, okay.
His All Elite tweet has got double the likes that Paige Van Zant's All Elite tweet got.
Well, that was spiteful, but...
Huh? No, because we always talk about her like social media metrics. That wasn't spiteful. That was just me being like analytical,
She's much bigger on Instagram than Twitter.
Right, let me check those numbers. Yeah, fair.
I have so many questions. 1 second. I have so many questions about what this women's division is going to look like. I have lots and lots of questions.
Okay, so the AEW women's division?
Yep.
That's what it's going to look like.
So it's going to suck?
Yep.
Honestly, I'm going to give them like a month. But after that month, I feel like I'm probably not going to be able to watch some of that stuff.
Well, to be fair, you've got about 5 months before you're going to have to worry about it. So
true. Very fair.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You're always welcome to say something.
I've seen enough women, yourself included. No, listen, no. I'm being. No, stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop. I know. I've been acting goofy, whatever. I've been working a gimmick the whole time. I've just been tired. But in all seriousness, I've seen a lot of women get pretty upset about this AEW booking thing, and from a business perspective, it's pretty silly of Tony Khan not to actually put forth the effort into this.
Okay. I was about to leave the stream.
There's a lot of close shaves there as you build up to that, brother. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Are you saying people maybe they listen to the criticism rather than just kicking the shit out of it on Twitter?
Are you also saying that maybe Isaiah Cassidy shouldn't try to isolate the women's fan base?
Yeah, that wasn't very smart.
Yeah.
Luckily, that
was he the one who said no fat chicks, whatever?
But he said hard pass.
That's since been deleted, so not that excuses it, but it seems that somebody told him to shut the fuck up.
Look. This is becoming more and more of a problem.
Indeed.
And I got to say, this dumb fuck Tony Khan, he's got to get his head out of his ass because...
My God.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
See, I struggle with this on tonight. Yes, objectively.
Well, here's the problem. He doesn't know what he doesn't care about women. So, and that makes a lot of women mad.
Yes.
And I don't understand why you wouldn't want to put in the effort to try to like give the opportunities and put forth. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Tony Khan
But I
can
guess
literally
in
make
his
one
head,
phone call. All he gotta do is say, "Maria, can you help me? I'll give you some money."
yeah.
That impression you did there?
No.
Yeah.
It sounded just like
Yeah.
him.
Factual.
He did say he was open to talking to her tonight, but that could have
He did say that. I saw that somebody posted in the chat, I believe, or maybe I saw it on Twitter. I can't remember.
I will get on my knees and start praying.
In all seriousness, like I know we're doing a bit of like selling what Oracle's saying, but I think we actually maybe not quite to the extreme.
I'm being serious. I think
I know.
I was gonna say something, but look, I said a lot of stupid shit on here. I was being serious. I don't. And here's the thing: it's not even about business and making money. Because somebody can say, "Well, what if who can say that they'll sell seats?" I don't think that's the point.
Right.
I think the point is.
Oh, that was an impression of you, by the way.
It was.
I don't think that's the point. I think the point is to actually just give people opportunities and see where it goes. At least have artistic and creative freedom. Do you know what I mean?
I actually think
even if it's not they're just he just won't do it, and it's gonna run people away.
I agree.
He's got to figure it out.
I agree. I think while we may have popped at your particular phrasing there, I think we actually all co-sign the core point you're making about it's probably time for some true change.
Well, I just kind of like, I kind of have like the Steve Austin thing, where like I just like to call like rich people fuckers and stuff. It's fun.
I have the Steve Austin thing, Jay Shell, yes.
To address this comment, it is more than just matches. Obviously, that is one of the things that we need is more than one women's match on a Dynamite show, and also preferably out of the slot right before the main event where the crowd is super dead. That'd be nice. Also, you can do 2 matches on that show and then at least one on Rampage. That's an actual match, not a 5-minute challenge thing, squash match again. I don't want that anymore. No, we need to get done with that. Also, why is Thunder Rosa or any of the women for that matter really unable to cut in-ring promos, have in-ring segments? For example, something like Punk and MJF. We need these big feuds and storylines in order to push the women's division forward and to have those big matches that people think don't exist within the women's division because there's no feuds to have those big matches like that. But at the end of the day, until there's an actual internal analysis of what the women's division looks like there, and I think it might start to come eventually if some women are like, I don't want to sign here if this is what I'm going to get, or if they start trying to leave because they're unhappy, which is, probably inevitable if people are just sitting there and they're not on TV. Some women aren't even on Dark and like they don't have storylines. That's an actual issue.
I agree. Anything else on that? This is it's relevant. So, Bob?
No, I think Jay Shell and Oracle really nailed it. Just you'd like to see some change for the better.
Okay. Let's talk about Rampage.
I have good takes sometimes, guys. I'm not always angry.
I'll sweat the chat. Let's talk Rampage. Now, Oracle, you said you are working a bit, but I am genuinely alarmed. Would you like to talk about your favorite thing from Rampage and then get yourself some sleep? Because you're going to do 2 shows on the Grin tomorrow, so I do appreciate your time, sincerely.
I think it's more that I'm tired enough now to where my inhibitions are gone. Whatever the hell that means.
What does that word even mean?
That was slightly what I was referring to when I talked about how I was alarmed. So, what was your favorite
I'm
film?
definitely working a bit, but I'm tired. Yes.
Would you like to?
I like the main event. The main event was good.
All right, go ahead.
It was really good, actually. I like the post-match stuff. The Roshan both of the table was brutal.
Hold on a second. If you haven't seen Rampage, you probably should turn the show off. Sorry, just because somebody asked. If you haven't seen Rampage, here, let's do this. If you haven't seen Rampage, thank you for watching. Have a great night. We love you. We're sorry Bob was so aggressive tonight. We'll be back in 30 seconds with Rampage. Joe, you lost your mind at one point during that 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, pal?
Well, I think you did too. Shoot.
Yeah.
You had a very colourful sell to something in the chat, and I saw it because we see, we see everything, you know. Oracle, put a bow on your thoughts regarding the main event, Powerhouse Hobbs and Keith Lee, and then please get yourself some sleep so that we can enjoy Dolph Ziggler versus Braun Breaker after that. Okay, pal? Go ahead.
It was very good. Post match was really good. I'm ready for this tag match that they're going to do eventually. It'll be cool. They'll probably do a stip match of some kind. That's typically the thing they'll do. I will say one negative thing about the show. That Ty Conti, Sammy Guardiola, that's one of the worst segments they've done all year. It was terrible. Unbelievably bad.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Terrible. Just atrocious in every way.
I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was good, but I didn't think it was that
I
bad
thought
either.
it was like really bad.
That's fair.
But the main event was excellent, and I enjoyed the post match.
Oracle,
Yes.
do you have any final words before you bid farewell and get some rest before the greatest show of all, Stand and Deliver?
I am glad to have been on here tonight
That could have gone any which way, couldn't it?
to talk about one of the great tag matches of our time. I'd like everyone to know that I'm fine. I'm very tired.
Indeed.
I've been up for a while. Do physical labor at my shoot job, so I get tired. I'm very excited for Rick Steiner's son and Scott Steiner's nephew.
Tomorrow's Bianca. No.
Oh.
No.
Hey, show. Before I leave, production meeting, will you be sending Bob and I a link?
Yes.
The DM?
Yes. You'll get it in the
Alright.
morning when I wake up.
Awesome. I wanted to ask that before I left. Okay. Everyone, have a good night. Watch FTR Briscoes if you haven't.
Or watch it again if you're like me and you
Or
were
watch
hate
it
watching
again.
the show.
Correct. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Happy WrestleMania weekend.
See you tomorrow, pal.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
So
There's only one of them, pal. There's only one Oracle wrestling. God bless him.
the best part about that, God bless Oracle. If you followed this show for any length of time, you know that Oracle is straight edge. And boy, you wouldn't believe it if you watched the show.
Extraordinary showing. In every which way, wasn't it? God, that was incredible.
It really was, wasn't it?
I mean, you know, in my lead monologue, I did this thing that I thought would help everyone, where I conceded on Joe's limitations and was like, anyway, guys, and Oracle just immediately went into them. I was like, oh, I just did this. There's no need for that, right?
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
He's the best.
He's just, I think he's, you know what I think? I don't think it's a lack of sleep. I think he's exhausted from the excitement of Dolph Ziggler defending his NXT title.
It was weird that he said to enjoy WrestleMania weekend because WrestleMania week ended tonight.
For you, it did, buddy.
Damn right
Oh my
it did.
God, a buddy. You got a buddy.
This buddy got money to make still.
I won't be watching wrestling again until 7 p.m. on Monday.
Did you just say this buddy got money to make?
Yeah,
still?
he did.
It's gone to your head, Joe.
Speaking of Buddy Matt was on Rampage tonight in a 6-man tag. I asked our Grin Insider, JJ Williams, to ask Tony Khan when Buddy Matthews would be getting a Ring of Honor World Title match. Doesn't appear that happened. Very disappointed in my friend. Bob, what did you think of the
Tony Deppen just beat Biff?
Well, that's fucking horseshit.
Yeah, that sucks.
It looked like it was a good match, though. I didn't really pay attention to all of it, but
Bob, what did you think? Oh, you haven't seen the show.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that. My DVR didn't work, and then I thought I could watch a West Coast feed on the TNT website, and I apparently can't do that either. So I'm kind of fucked.
Is this just us now that have watched the show? Did you and I shoot?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll stay if you want. But...
I just tried to throw that to Bob for his take on a match he didn't watch. That ruled.
What do you want to talk about, Bob?
I mean,
politics?
No.
Any hot topic on your mind?
No, we can talk about Rampage. I can.
Bob.
Yes.
Did you see the Oscars?
don't you do that to him.
Very under the radar event took place.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if you had a take on it.
The Oscars in general.
Bob, you want to pass on this one?
Bob, you want to pass on it? It's fine. Croaky Boy's right. Bob only does politics behind the paywall. You know, you can tune into his exclusive Give Me Back My Bullets program every Tuesday night. It's just the thing about the Briscoes' career, and that's all it is. He goes through all the matches. He's as good as on the paywall. Right, Bob, I haven't listened to it. That's what you talk about on there, right?
Yeah.
I did think the graphic of you was a little much, though, you know? All the firearms around you.
There's no reason for this.
Bob, would you like to go get yourself some sleep?
I'll stick around.
I don't want you to just sit here and listen to us talk about a show you haven't seen. It feels sort of...
Yeah, I probably should just go. Whatever. I'll be back.
I'd love for you to stay. So I'm just, you know...
No, because...
I don't really think Joe and I are going to talk about Rampage that much anyway.
No.
Yeah, I'll stick around for a little bit.
There you go.
Bob, do you want to sing the national anthem?
No,
Bob, you should sing happy birthday to JJ.
It's not his birthday anymore.
Owned.
How spoilful was that?
Oh my god.
So, dude, Bud Matt's bumping.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you and I imagine, right? Of like him being the bumping guy in the trios.
He fucking rules, man.
He's so good, man.
Tag match was good. The opener.
Yep.
Jamie Hayter and Sky Blue got more time than I thought they were going to get. There was a clear edit at one point in the match, but
how was the crowd? Do I want to know how the crowd was, or no?
They seemed fine to me.
Okay.
Honestly, it's really difficult with Rampage in general.
Yeah.
Because, like, they clearly had an edit at one point on Keith's entrance. They clearly, like, pumped it up.
Oh, yeah.
So that just tells you they were tired because they always pop Keith.
I thought Sky, answering the chat, I thought Sky Blue looked better than she has. Come on,
I agree.
man.
Oh, she's improving.
Was that necessary?
Dude, it's 7 a.m. I'm worried about everyone, all right? Listen, I'm just...
Okay.
Oh, my God. Jordan Oliver's on my screen.
I like Sky Blue, but I think she's looked better on the indies than she has in AEW so far.
Joe, you cannot be mean to Jordan Oliver anymore.
What?
You cannot be mean to Jordan Oliver anymore.
I didn't say anything.
You made a face, Joe.
I was because we're talking about Sky Blue.
No, we know how you feel about Jordan Oliver, Joe.
He's a hell of a
Joe, did you notice how you and I were trying to talk about women's wrestling and she just brought men up again?
Oh, really?
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
We were talking about the improvement of Sky Blue.
The improvement of Sky Blue. Can you name one match Sky Blue has had outside of AEW?
Versus Miranda Alizé.
Miranda Alizé at Warrior Wrestling.
Have it! Get in there, shoot. Come on. The only one, but I knew it.
No, you know Athena and Sky Blue and Thunder Rosa. You know that one too.
What a night this has turned out to be, shoot. All right.
We both immediately name the exact same match because it's the one we watched.
We'll remember that night forever. There was about a halfway point where you and I were like, "Oh god, Frank the Clown started doing a promo."
I was texting Joe demanding money from him.
Mike Bailey's doing another fucking match.
He's been incredible.
Who's he wrestling now?
Jordan Oliver, I think. It might be a scale match though.
Ric Flair.
Shoot, don't be mean to him. He takes.
I did not be mean. I don't know who he is. How can I be mean? What do you want me to say?
Just do what I do. Just lie. Great talent. Let me tell you, great talent.
Oh my god. So bad.
So wait, seriously, Hobbs. His progression is so noticeable. How much better his heat segments now, man?
Yeah.
So much better. It's hard to get heat on a guy like Keith Lee.
Yep.
It is nuts how much bigger Keith is than Hobbs, right? Seriously. And I mean this with love. I'm not like doing the weirdo physique and other stuff. I'm just saying Keith is a huge man.
Yeah.
His frame.
Big boy.
I really did like the match. Shit. What did you think?
I liked it a lot. It was very good. The post match was awesome. They gave. Well, we're basically spoiling the show, but I guess Bob would have left if he cared. They gave Hobbs a visual pinfall before he lost.
Love the finish.
Yeah,
yes.
Finish was very good. It was actually really smart because basically Ricky and Taz cost Hobbs the match, but that wasn't the story they were going with. But it can always become the story down the road.
It should be the story eventually.
Good. It's fun.
Did you see Taz's tweet in response to AEW's latest signing that isn't really Uber?
No.
He said in all caps, Joe! Which I think is what he wanted to DM me that one time. Jay Shell?
Was Hook on this show?
Yes.
Yes.
Pre-tape with Danhausen.
Oh.
Danhausen talked.
Is he going to wrestle him? Are they going to wrestle?
I hope so.
I bet you do. And then he'll take one bump and you're going to text me, fuck this.
Yeah, Britt's coming back in Pittsburgh.
Oh my god, Mike Bailey is laying it in.
Wow.
Yeah, he's very
That was
good.
vulgar, but okay.
Shell's face.
It was brutal. Like, I've never seen him punch somebody that hard.
So.
They better not tag, man. Don't.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Hookhausen.
No, Hook.
You better not.
They could kind of rule, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie.
Take that
Them
back.
beating like the Acclaimed would pop me tremendously.
Well, of course it would.
God.
The
Anyone
Gun Club.
beating the Acclaimed would pop you tremendously.
Top
That's
of the
problematic.
chain, everybody know my name.
Am I
The Gun
wrong?
Club. Well,
Listen. Listen.
what do you think of his Will Smith line on Wednesday?
Listen.
You just give it me. That's ridiculous.
Listen.
Bob had a big Bob leant forward there as if to say, I have a take.
I think every single wrestling show since Sunday has referenced the Will Smith thing.
He's right.
Yo.
Yeah, but not all of them have the red hot rap that AEW has.
It's true.
Did you see John Cena put him over? John Cena said that he was better than he was.
Exactly what I needed to confirm what I already thought. Exactly. Couldn't have been even more. Couldn't have been more perfect.
Joe, I think you're in the minority on this one.
On John Cena?
On the Acclaimed.
What, you think Max Caster's a good rapper?
No, I think they're very popular.
They are. They are. Listen, man, you're right. Maybe if Gresh had come out tonight and done a Will Smith bar and talked about Moist, we would have all, the crowd would have been more into it,
That's true, actually, yeah.
Could you imagine if he did that? Imagine Jay Shell's take if Tony Khan rebranded Jonathan Gresham as a rapper.
Did you see Bob earnestly nod to that idea? Yeah.
Imagine Gresh spitting, doing pure Rose bars.
Yeah. Got to show range.
Have a go at that, Bob. You'd have to rap it, but just try to come up with lyrically where you'd go if you were Jonathan Gresham, and you had to come up with a rap.
Okay, let me work on that.
All right. How long do you want? How long do you want, Bob?
What?
How long do you want to work on it?
I mean, keep the show going. I mean, I'll
Bob, I got you. Check your DMs. Play the countdown one more time.
All right. Do you want me to do the other one?
Do the other one, yeah.
Okay, we ready?
Yes, very much so.
I'm John Gresh, and I'm here to say I'm 5'3", but I'll make you pay. That's good. We can work with that.
Oh, I was
Wow.
gonna say something, but I think it gave me in hot water, and we're not behind the paywall.
What have we become? Bob,
I'm putting it in the chat.
the next line of Judas.
What have I become now that I've betrayed?
Shoot.
Absolutely not.
I actually thought Bob was going to go, now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West." Oh, fuck. This program. So only people could see what's not said on this show, and he's putting the world famous private chat. If you see them typing ferociously, that's what they're doing. Anyway. I have to keep this show, steady, don't I, Bob?
You do. You do a good job with it too.
Noelle Foley's tweeting about Taker not mentioning Mick.
He mentioned Mick Foley.
No.
Oh, easy to forget the one guy had a good match with in the first decade of his career.
Yeah.
That's wild. There's got to be a reason for that.
Maybe
Also,
forgot.
PCO got injured as well
Oh, really?
at Impact.
That I bet it was like the most innocuous thing too, because that fucker does the craziest shit,
They didn't do anything crazy in the match too. It was Jonah and
I bet it was like the dumbest thing. Always that way.
Oh my god!
What's
I'm
happening?
a perfect. Nope, in the chat.
Yeah. Move on.
So anyway,
Wait.
Yeah, that was the exact joke I was going to make.
Hey Joe, I started the Nitro book today.
what, the one about WCW Monday Nitro?
Correct.
No,
yes.
he's reading a book about a car race.
I won't say. Do you know what WCW Monday Nitro was?
I do.
But you know who Barrett Bischoff is?
Yeah, he was in one of the chapters I read. Really interesting
Ted-
guy. He was the
Ted
general
Turner?
manager of Raw. I do know
Ted
Ted Turner,
Turner?
yeah.
Did you know there was an episode of Nitro with 2 women's matches on it?
Wow.
Sonny Ono,
Yep, he came up as well.
DDP,
He also came up.
Bill Goldberg.
He didn't come up yet. I only read the first 2 chapters.
If I play the wrestling song, are we gonna get copyrighted?
Probably
Possible.
very, very well sold.
We don't play wrestling songs on here specifically because of copyright.
What's in your arm? What's in you? I wasn't going to say anything. I just know your arm getting in position. So what ones are going to play? Let's see. Bob, do you want to sing the the wrestling song.
The song Fish and Chips tells the story of my life as a young man growing up in England.
So
I was literally looking for that. I was gonna play it too.
this is important. This is very important. If you made it this far, I need to tell you something. You think this show is the dumbest thing you've ever seen? This is just a tame version of the Late Night Grin that airs every Friday night on latenightgrin.com.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. It's tame.
Mhm.
So if you like it,
Max, all caps with 3 exclamation points, and then 100 in red, as in keep it 100.
so if you like it, please give us $1.
Yeah,
If you don't like
porn
it,
last time. It was funny.
feel free to never return because this is what we do.
If you like it, please go to our Patreon and subscribe for $1 a month. If you don't like it, please go to our Streamlabs and give us $5.
Yeah.
Facts.
Have we had any more
$100.
things on the Streamlabs that you forgot to read by chance?
No,
I'm sure
but
the
did you
money's
hear about?
pouring in tonight with the quality of this show.
Did you hear about what Bob texted me earlier?
They call you a piece of shit?
Worse, way worse.
Okay.
This is what he said.
You sneaky bitch.
He said, "Hey Joe, have you considered that Alexa Bliss may be in Edge's new heel faction?" Shoot, could you imagine as my friend saying something that venomous via text?
Yes, I can, actually.
Oh, guess who's to blame though? Bob explained himself behind the paywall. Guess the fucker that we've got to blame.
Jack Crosby?
Here he is. The face of evil right there, folks. Anything happened to you today, yesterday, tomorrow, whether you dropped something, maybe you fell down, maybe your boss kicked the shit out of you, that face right there is the one to blame. Jack Crosby.
Maybe your boss kicked the shit out of you. Is that a thing that happens in England?
I mean, you know when we use kick the shit as like sort of
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I mean,
Muller.
Muller, yeah. Do you remember when Jack called me bruv, and he was like, I don't think that's demeaning or aggressive or anything. It's just
Yeah.
Why are we talking about Wrestler's Court? What?
This is Wrestler's
No.
Court.
No.
Bobby's the judge.
No.
Oh no, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
They did? Mm.
Look at Josh's comment. Josh said they're talking about Alexa Bliss and Jack Crosby. Rampage spoilers must be over. You won't believe the angle they shot. You won't believe you saved Team Taz at the end there, bro. Crosby and Lexi, all caps. Does Joe wrestle on Dynamite? He's going to do an in-ring promo. He's going to scream Regal the way he used to.
Joe, I hope that Samoa Joe is available at the meet and greet so I can make him take a video for you.
That was very nice. And there are people that are going to watch this video that only watch 15 minutes of it and think you were very spiteful tonight. But see it, 1 hour and 59 minutes, you were actually quite wholesome. That was a good way of redeeming yourself for when the confirmed shoot was... He was vulnerable enough to open up about his wife's take on Dalton Castle, and you said, "Oh, fuck off." I was like, "Well, interesting timing." How great is Alex's new bit of tweeting me every time she say it was Swerve?
Yeah.
I got him back though. That tweet, the free thing's funny, right?
It
You
is funny.
tweeted that in my name. You
It's
tweeted like
funny.
they show multiple threes.
It's funny, man. He's got free in his name. What do you want from me?
$3,000 is what I want from you.
Wow.
I've seen the payoff this month. Ain't gonna be happening, right? Church is not that hot. We're doing okay, but this is an ESPN.
You said it was ESPN
I like
last
the-
month, Joe.
I was lying, then I'm telling the truth now. Okay, shoot. Yes.
I like that Joe immediately assumed that this video that Jay Shell was going to get was going to be positive and not just like Samoa Joe saying he was going to kick the shit out of you.
No, I would not do that.
Because that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine, like, with Joe's demeanor? Could you imagine explaining that to him? like you know for a fact that if he's doing a meet and greet, like his MO is I need to just have the least awkward conversation and get out of here, right? And like you walk up to him, hey man, he's this big fan. You tell him you want to kick the shit out of him.
By the way, he's British. If you could work bruv in there.
This what popped me. You know when Jeremy got me the one with King?
Yeah.
And Eddie was like, "Can you tell me some stuff about him?" Jeremy was like, "He's a Sixers fan." So he just goes, he's opening line, he's like, "Fuck the Sixers." Dude, that gif of him when he high fives the fan, the little kid, the kid pumps his fist. Oh, that'd be great. Hope you watch Supercard of Honor in the cinema, you piece of shit.
Oh my
I think the 3 is just to pop himself because he doesn't actually use the 3 in AEW.
Third reincarnation of Swerve.
And it's 3 S's, right?
Yeah. It's in his video, but it's not in his actual name. And
Bob, do an impression of Swerve's theme.
I don't know Swerve's theme. I don't listen to the themes, man.
You know
that by now.
He's always on Rampage and it turns it down.
Oh yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, King didn't want to say Chubby Chief. So I was very offensive. So I was Big Chief. Which is, fair. God bless Eddie Kingston. At some point, they're going to do an in-ring promo here and Joe, and it's going to be like, I'm going to be so happy I'm going to log on, and one of Bob's friends is going to be like, and then the bell rang, and I'm going to go storm the streets and text shoot and say I'm done with this. And
who's Effie Wrestling?
This is spiteful. The new ROH TV champion.
Oh, that's venomous. Now, everyone calm down here, okay? I don't like the tone of this program. This was supposed to be a victorious night.
Boy, yeah.
As usually, we have stole defeat from the jaws of victory. Who do you blame for this shoot? Crosby?
Oracle.
He's definitely asleep now, right? Bless his heart.
He better,
Yes.
He better be.
Do you think, honestly, Jay Show, this is your, you're going to do a podcast about GCW next week. Do you think that's a real concern, the way they beat the home talent when stars come through? Because it's been a topic this weekend, especially.
Well, I had an issue yesterday where I had a meltdown.
Let's not talk about that.
I think it's mainly an issue when the talent come from AEW. That's all I'm going to say.
AEW talent wins.
They always win.
Would you say a good example of that is when Dante Martin beat Ring of Honor World Champion Bandito and Shoot texts me, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, man, you get what you get. Yeah, I understand.
I popped huge that they just decided he was the Ring of Honor champion tonight.
Yeah. God, that ruled.
Allie beat Jordan Grace, but that was the biggest profile win that she's gotten, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Bob's a big fan.
Have you seen a match by her?
Well,
yeah, I've seen the Ruby Soho match.
She did beat Allie. Oh, that's not a good one. I'm sorry.
Bob's a big fan. Mickie James beat
Allie last night.
I saw a tweet last night that someone was surprised that Mickie James could keep up with Allie. I nearly deleted my Twitter account.
Bro, you can't say stuff like that on the show. We crossed that was too far.
That wasn't even a shot at Allie. That was a shot at not understanding that Mickie James has a long storied career and is a good professional wrestler.
Who was it?
I don't know.
I guess we shouldn't dox people.
It was JHO.
It was not me.
JHO thought about it. JHO watched so much wrestling. She went, oh, fuck, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So anyway.
I've watched... do I add the hours of Impact, or since I double watch, does that count as individuals? Because if so, I watched 24 hours of wrestling.
And you wonder why you may have been slightly burnt out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
You'll learn.
Oracle, this was tremendous on the paywall show earlier. Oracle comes in. Remember, Jay Shell thinks of Oracle as a really, he watches a lot of wrestling in her mind, right? He's the Oracle of wrestling. Jay Shell goes, how many matches have you watched? And he goes, I watched this show. And I nodded and I said, yes, that's exactly right. That's correct.
People are being spiteful in the chat.
He's still going to sign Blake Christian.
I've learned this before. I do it also every week. Very careful to kind of fuel the fire.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what Joe did. He's going to AEW. He's going to AEW. When is he going to AEW? I don't know. He's going to AEW, and I'll take my victory lap when he's signed. Thank you.
That's also, more like it.
To be honest, not really. I mean, Allie is really the pioneer of the women's matches. She had the first match at Spring Break with Mickey. She did the match with Ruby. I don't know. She's really the only consistent woman. I mean, there's Billy Starks as well, but that's more like JCW and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Bob, you're
She'll end up in AEW, I think, Billy Starks.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't wait. Bestie.
That'll be fun content. Bob, you're going to be in Bloodsport next year.
Yes.
Who are you going to wrestle?
Josh Barnett.
Yeah.
Get the biggest name.
Then I'm going to go be in the clusterfuck.
Oh, you should be in the clusterfuck, Bob. That'd be great.
Yep.
You should make that happen next year. Are you going to Mania next year?
I don't know yet.
If you are, I can make that happen for you. If you really want to do it, like I'm serious. I'm shooting, brother.
I mean, they should probably know that I'm not going over the top rope, so I have to win.
Shades of the Iron Sheet.
Yeah.
My dad used to think that was the funniest match ever. He just watched WrestleMania 17 because it's like this iconic show, and the only match that my dad popped for was the gimmick battle royal. When I told him that Sheik only won because he couldn't go over the top rope, it popped him so much. God, that rules. Shoot, you gonna work any matches next Mania?
No.
Except frickin' Rollins?
They can't afford me.
Actually. You see Gabe talking about that?
Yeah. Joe Gino said he would fly him out on his dime.
Dude. I think Bob's won it. I don't think there's a debate anymore.
Yeah.
Sean isn't really vying for those anymore.
Bob, I have an idea.
Okay.
Have you played the old video game Rampage?
Yes, I 100% have.
That's how you should work. Throw punches like that.
Not a bad idea.
That didn't go at all. Never mind.
No, I like that.
See, what happened there, folks, was Shoot said, let me try some two-man game with old Bobby. Said, Bobby, come over and set this screen. And Bob just went, what? He said, come set this screen. Bob said, yeah, maybe. Next thing you know, it was a shot clock violation. Yes,
Yeah.
Jay Shell.
I have to answer a question in the chat, multiple questions.
Okay.
What? Who thought? Do I look athletic to you? Do I look like I could work a baby?
I mean, with all due respect, look at who we've asked before. Look at us. I mean, on this panel, you're more likely to main event WrestleMania than we are to work a match. So.
Well, only if I main event with Bianca or Sasha. Otherwise, fuck that shit.
Wow, you're turning it down. You tell you the Charlotte Flair match comes up, you go, I'm not interested.
Oh no, she's gonna hurt me. She's gonna hurt me, brother. I don't need that. But no, the plan is hopefully by then I'll probably do some media stuff, or I'll do like interviews and hosting and all that shit.
What do you think people will think if you go to WrestleMania weekend and you're like, yeah, this is Jay Shell representing the late night Grin? And people think you're immediately just like, they'll be uncomfortable, I think, immediately just by the name, you know? There you go. Yes, there you go. Exactly that. Bob could do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Please do that, Bob.
I should. It's all about networking.
I have indeed been in the gym. I still have no arm
Same.
muscles though.
Yeah, working real hard on that. It was a fascinating moment tonight when.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I worked Denise Salcedo. I'm gonna wrestle Denise Salcedo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Invisible Man. So it'd be a hell of a match.
I'm not doing front flips for free. That's crazy.
Huh? So, Ring of Honor was on tonight,
Next topic.
and Ian Riccaboni began to scream and shout, and I was like, "It's back, brother," you know. And then
I like when
Caprice
he had to run down the card for Dynamite.
Wasn't that surreal?
I popped huge.
Dude, how good are they as a team? Seriously, what
Yeah,
a
they're
great
very
team
good.
Yeah,
They're very good.
I'm so glad they're sticking out. I will say though, I've got to bring this up. No Todd Sinclair, it really hurt my feelings. I hope there's a reason for that beyond Tony just didn't want to book Todd. Todd's been the referee there for years and years. He's great, and that made me sad. But you know, other than that, I had a great night. Went pretty well for me. I don't know if you guys heard.
He couldn't work the show because of the Sinclair deal.
What about Steve Regal?
What about him? The
Well,
old
the fact that-
AWA wrestler?
The fact that about 8 hours ago, I said to
Right.
I said to my brother, "Hey man, remember we bought that Comrade show that he's supposed to be on? I guess he's gonna have to pick." And he picked the Conrad show.
I have so many questions.
Black
Was,
Okay.
Comrade? Me
was
too.
it wasn't Regal supposed to be at the
Yes.
show?
Yes.
Was
that's what I
he
was just talking
there?
about. No, he
No.
was at Comrade's show.
What is Conrad? Like
Conrad
the
Thompson.
podcaster?
Yeah.
He was there?
He was advertised. He was like a live show. It was him, Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, Eric Bischoff.
Why would somebody go to that?
I know I bought it.
Why?
I don't know, man.
Oh
I like to
my
party.
That's how you
All-time
party,
great
Joe?
line, by the way.
That's how you
All-time
party.
great line.
Great. Okay.
How do you get the sound of the radio with a picture of the TV? Why? I don't know, man. I like to party.
But why wasn't he? So why would you put the belt on? Mm-mm. Neither here nor there.
Factual. Listen, he said, I'm gonna grim wide with old Connie. Bobby, question. Top 65 My World podcast moments ever. Go ahead.
What is a My World podcast?
An art form.
Yeah, I have to get caught up. I think I'm like 7 behind.
How many episodes have there been?
It's been about a year now, right? So it's probably
Yeah.
about 50 or so.
I'm about 50 episodes behind.
He's talking about Matt Cardona versus Nick Aldis, and he goes, "We said we'd give him a classic NWA title match. Bell to bell, we give him exactly that." And I went, one of the greatest fucking lies I've ever known in my life. One incredible man. Didn't have any reason to comment on it, still did. Doubled down.
Joe keeps telling me to listen to the world class episodes because I like him and I know he's right, and I still haven't done it.
Dude, you would the last one gets spiteful about Kevin.
Yeah.
Because they begin to comment on the fact that he no-showed approximately 25 of 30 potential days across a 3-month span.
Oh, that fucking rules.
And then he takes them to court and says they stole money. It's wild. It's crazy. I mean, obviously it's biased, but that's, There's an amazing one. I think it was Kerry who, he wasn't oh my God. Kerry wasn't at the tapings. And when he pulled up outside, the way it was, the fans could hear him. They could hear the car and they knew he was coming in. He does the deal. I had a flat tire. I'm sorry, guys. Missed the TVs. Okay.
I have a hard time believing this due to the fact that Woods just went on Dark. So it seemed like they were invested in him. And he was on Dark even prior to
They're
the
going to
actual
keep him.
ROH acquisition. So
There may or may not be some hilarious details to that we'll talk about after the air.
what are you talking about, Joe?
Wow.
Oh my God. Don't make me sad.
No, it's not sad. It's actually funny. Legitimately funny.
If it's gonna be that control your narrative bullshit again.
No, it's not. He's not. He's gonna be in Ring of Honor. I'm telling you. I'm pretty confident on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the new head booker, so I'm gonna have a pretty big say in this.
Okay, delirious.
Yeah. Yeah, this was nuts. Hang on. That's the nastiest thing anyone's ever said to me. Why did you say that? This one, they were talking about Steve Austin, and Jeff starts getting real mad. He starts talking about the researchers, and he goes, and this is the exact quote. He goes, "When we do my world, I like to bring my A game. And I don't think everyone's put enough effort into this thing. Comrade's backing off, selling. Jeff actually says, I like to bring my A game. It's like me, that time when I lectured you guys after the Grin?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And I said, I'll take all this money, you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
I said, who do you think drew this house? Weren't Bobby's hat? I said, didn't I, Bob? Was that quote?
Jeff gets really mad at the researchers for not knowing things that are like specific stories to his personal life.
He goes, they should have dug into my relationship with Steve Austin in the 80s. And Conrad goes, but that's your story. Why do the researchers have to do that? They could have asked. He's like, I'm asking now. Takes it
Sounds very much like Joe.
Yeah. Very. People should see when the show ends. I've never seen it before. It's a great night, so I'll admit. I'm honest. I actually make notes throughout the show, like critiques of everyone's performance. And then and then when the show goes up, like we do 4 hours and then another 3.5 hours of just like me going point for point. And so, for example, if Bob goes first and I lecture Bob for an hour, he can't leave then, right? Because he has to be aware of everyone else's flaws. We watch tape. I kind of send them just general tips, right? Jay Show, you've seen this, right? It's pretty.
Yeah.
You know,
I just wanted to point out that I drew the house.
Put 5 windows, 1 for each of us. Is this a thing that happens? Because I always leave.
Shoot, you don't have to. Look. I know you're a proud guy, but you don't have to lie. It's ridiculous.
This is going to be great.
I mean, last week's session, you were the topic of conversation for 2 hours.
With who?
Me. Remember I had the whiteboard behind me.
No.
All right, man. What do we say?
Whatever, man.
Bob, in the clusterfuck, you don't have to go over the top rope. You can get pinned or submitted and then just roll under.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing that either.
Oh, you just gotta go over.
Yeah.
Imagine Bobby just rolling under the bottom. PCO starts throwing a couple right hands and fuck this. Dives out there.
When are we gonna do our game night?
I don't know. We've got a couple of special shows in April. Jack Crosby's doing it. He wants to do a boxing podcast with me, which is hilarious. The audience for that is going to be fucking hysterical.
Like 8 people watching that one.
And 6 of them are going to think we're assholes. Then we're doing a draft show, which is going to be very funny. The Grin grappler, I'm pretty confident Dustin Rhodes is going to win. Which, shoot, I sense will make you more inclined to appear. I don't know, but I sense.
We'll see.
The Natural. You know they call him The Natural?
I do know that.
Did you see that he's tag team partners with Dusty Rhodes in my figure fed?
Joey Janela is entering number
I
1
did, yeah.
in his own Royal
Even though that version of him is older than he's dead.
That's fine.
Agreed. Yes, Joe,
Bob,
you're
does
right.
that make you
Jason.
angry?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Did you sweat profusely when you saw that I tweeted that?
I did. I was surprised you take your figures out. I think we talked about that one. So,
Too much space, bro. Boxes are so big.
I know. You should see all the boxes I have right behind me.
We are still waiting to plan the perfect time to do this when all of the matches have been submitted, and I will go through misery, but it won't be for a while because Mania weekend is beating my ass.
Actually, if you couldn't tell already, when Jay Shell said, I want to punch Tony Khan in the face or suck my cock.
When she threatened to fight my wife.
I did not do that. I said fuck off to Colt Cabana.
Got aggressively mad because my wife likes Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
I got mad at
Get
Colt
some
Cabana
taste.
for winning.
The part about when she said women shouldn't watch wrestling was really weird.
Yeah, it was tough.
But
did you see Bob's face when she said that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I need a timestamp. When exactly did I say that? What's the timestamp on that one?
48 minutes, 15 seconds, I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, I think around that time we were still talking about the FTR match.
If you said that, what would it sound like?
It would sound like meh.
I want you all to know, those of you that aren't patrons, God bless you, I understand why. We reviewed the Mark Hitchcock show, and I said to Oracle, please review the Dirty Dishes match. And Oracle's opening line was back in 2005, and I was like, Bob lost his mind laughing at it.
Because he wanted to bring up Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but he talked about Blockbuster first.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not
God
related
bless.
at all.
he didn't just say
what
there
is
was a
this
film.
mean?
Oh, that's bad news.
Off air. Kayfabe.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, kind of, right?
Yeah, I mean, he tweeted it, so I guess.
yeah. You get kicked out, basically, by
Oh.
pieces of shit.
By Paul Triple H Levesque.
After actively supporting the product for many years.
Yeah.
All because there's some spoilers out about a shitty TV show no one's going to watch anyway. Hey, Bob.
Yep.
You booking Ring of Honor now, or is that just a lie, a rumor?
There's been talks, yeah.
Is that why there was some discussion about potentially bringing in Lexi All Caps tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Bob, if you're booking it, why was there only one women's match on the main card?
I didn't book it tonight. Just going forward, maybe.
So who else is in this faction with Edge?
Bray
Wyatt,
I guess.
Bray Wyatt, did you say? Bro, I gotta talk about this. Listen, I'm not trying to hate because I'm going to lead with this. Free agents, when they're not getting a lot of offers, do this thing.
I think we're going to start talking about our show, and I thought you were going to say something.
Hey, Shell, you may know what I'm talking about. Free agents do this thing when they're not getting offers they like, where they like frame it as though like only at the perfect time will I make a move. Only if it's a perfect situation, you know? Basically telling their audience that actually many people want to sign me and I'm simply being selective. I'm not talking from experience at all here. Just general things I've picked up. So when Bray had that thing about I'd love to get back in the ring, but only at the perfect time, I was like, oh, God bless. The idea that Bray's like talking to Tony Khan, well, hold on. Double or Nothing 2023, I'll be there, you know? Tremendous. Bob looks like he's fell asleep. Bob? Here. Shoot's left.
Yep. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here, but...
No. Jay Show, that's true, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't say those things. Yes, that is true.
What did I miss? What's true?
I was just talking about how free agents pretend that they've got a lot of stuff going on, and they say, we'll only do it when it makes perfect sense, which basically translates to still waiting for someone to give me an offer. Again, not to it from experience at all. I would never do.
Bagwell appears to have broken his leg.
Oh, no.
No, that's not good.
Oh,
it was
God.
broken prior to the match.
Oh.
He couldn't do anything.
Oh.
He took a super kick and rolled out, basically.
Hey, shoot. How much did it pop you that, you know, I'm reviving WCW again? Immediate Buff Bagwell involvement came to my mind.
What's that?
Him tag team with Too Cold Scorpio in 2022.
Oh, God bless.
Versus the Workhorseman in a 6-minute television bout.
Why only 6 minutes? Is that how long they could go?
I think that was pretty generous to Buff, to be honest. Yeah. Too Cold can do a lot more than that, but you know. I'm sure it's fine. What?
Nothing.
You keep doing faces like that. Also, what's that sound too? Is that Jay Shell listening to Spring Break?
Can you hear it?
Only slightly. I just wondered. I was a little bit alarmed because it sounded like someone screaming, so I was a little bit concerned. It was.
That might be Kevin Gill.
Oh God, Bob, you quote tweet dunked him, yeah?
I don't think so, but I don't really like him.
Oh wow, that was pretty cutting from Bob, wasn't it?
Quote tweet him right now and just put, "I don't really like you."
I should.
It's not going to end well.
What's he gonna do?
What's he gonna do?
He can come to St. Louis, see what it's like.
Yeah.
Do you know who his best friend is, Bob?
John Cena.
Do you know who Nick Gage is?
I do.
What's he gonna do?
Bob could make
been to jail.
Bob would kick the shit out of him.
Bob could make a lot of money with Nick Gage. They could draw one hell of a house, let me tell you.
You realize Bob's 6'10", right?
I know, but still, I don't know if Nick Gage doesn't have weapons on him.
The quote tweet dunk death
Bob's
match.
always got 2 weapons on him.
Bob, show me your weapons.
Yeah, look at that.
Little bum spearing through.
Those are registered in the state of Missouri.
Actual.
Find out what it's like.
How would you approach that fight, Bob? Like, imagine Nick Gage is like charging towards you. Do you like give him a second? Like, do you kind of, you know, or you just see red and just lash out?
Now let him charge toward me, sidestep him, and then I have the advantage.
Footwork. Shades of the Spider Anderson Silva. So you step to the side and he's charged for it. Then where do you go? Right hand?
Yeah.
Over the top?
Mm-hmm.
One
Makes
punch,
sense.
he's done.
Yeah, very true. Do you follow up when he goes down, or are you kind of too cool and calm for that?
No, back off.
Yeah.
Jay Show, did you know that Bob has to keep a concealed carry license for when he keeps his hands in his pockets?
The thought of that is incredible, isn't it?
This match is going by.
There's no way Ian Riccaboni has watched any late night Grin.
Does he follow you, Bob?
He does.
Everyone follows Bob. Who was it, Bob? What prominent
Billy
person?
Starks!
I actually forget who it was, but remember when you was like, you had that famous tweet before Ring of Honor died where you talked about the Chris Dickinson match?
Mm-hmm.
And you was like, this is really good. And I can't remember who it was, but someone prominent replied, why is everyone replying to this as a bit? That sounds like a good match. Because Bob tweeted it was good and he just got like 20 quotes. What the fuck's going on?
I love Billy so much.
Oh yeah, I know who it was.
It's not like I'm not trying to be a dick.
He's ring announcing right now.
Oh, I'm all right. Yeah, that's fine. He was a funny tweet. I wasn't.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can't believe you just said that about him, Joe.
Yeah. So anyway,
Oh
Ring
my
of Honor
God.
did the show in Texas.
This
Janela
is
just
the real
like
show we did. It's like
showed
not
his
behind
ass
a paywall.
to the
I think it's
audience.
necessary. Do you know what you know what we've done? This is why we're such a great team. About an hour, for some reason, we were having a serious wrestling conversation, which was never my intention tonight, you know? You blame who you want for that, but it happened. And Jay Shell said, the precocious, prodigious Jay Shell said, and I quote, you have a problem with that? Suck my dick. And I said, well, here's what we're going to do here. Just change this up a little bit. Maybe loosen up a little bit. Maybe we can all be silly, therefore making that seem less obscene than it was. And I think we've done that, you know? Your fault, shit. You look unsure of this.
That's fine.
Okay.
Do I
This
need
is
to
a new
explain
month.
why I said that, or is it just gonna go away?
I don't think you need to. I think
No, you're fine. I don't think we need to revisit it.
Okay,
No,
that
it's
works.
too late now. Bix has already got it.
Oh my God.
I love Bix. Like, folks, I've never interacted with him. He pops me huge. Big fan. When we have serious conversations, I regularly say, there's that one guy that actually does this stuff. And everyone gets mad at him for reporting the news. So I say that regularly. I'm talking about Bix. I love him.
Yep.
Nothing but love. So, is Sean in the Battle Royal now?
No, not yet.
What music's he going to come out to?
No one knows.
The distraction theme?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That was
Could you
cool.
imagine? Imagine that. Talking about Jezza doing his bits and Sean comes charging down.
Stackhouse is scary.
Yeah.
He looks
JJ's
so
watching the show.
mean. Can you say I in the chat if you're watching the clusterfuck with me?
It's going to be just JJ, I fear. No, it's not. There's a few people. Look at this. God, watching the Grin and GC dub together sounds like something that you kind of do as a science project, you know?
Fair.
Yeah.
Shoot's got one of those devilish grins again. You see that, Bob?
I'm just reading Twitter. There's not.
You just actively removed the grin. That was amazing.
It's my face, man.
He was smiling and tried.
Suckers.
I love everyone's different read on what you wanted them to type. That rules.
They all work.
Everyone's watching it. Everyone's watching. That's good. Is wrestling back? Is it a new boom period? Is that what we're saying?
This is GCW. Calm down.
Fair. This actually almost happened, Demon Grin, or Adam Cole, whatever we're calling you now. Jeremy Lambert was almost on tonight's True Hill Heat, or yesterday's True Hill Heat. So, almost. Hopefully soon. But I'm going to go on him and SP3 show talk about basketball, the National Basketball Association, of which I'm definitely not terrified right now. Definitely not mad at multiple things. Definitely glad we're going to waste another year on Doc Rivers. And by another, I mean a second year on Doc Rivers.
Are you guys going to talk about March Madness? Because that's a thing, right?
Yeah, probably not. No. probably missed out a little bit. I think on the maximum of what that conversation could have been. I don't know anything about it. So
South Carolina and Connecticut are playing in the national championship on Sunday.
Who do you want to win?
South Carolina. Connecticut wins all the time.
Is that really why though?
Yeah.
Well, you and Connecticut have history.
Wow. I started talking about women's basketball, and Bob got the hell out of here.
That seems spiteful.
I think it was my Connecticut reference regarding the World Wrestling Federation.
That's true.
That's his workplace. He goes there every day.
Yeah.
I think Brett Titus is in GCW.
Oh my God.
Brett Titus is in GCW right now.
Well, there you go. You've won.
No,
This
I've
rules.
lost.
This rules.
This is not.
You have one. That's your favorite promotion.
That is not my favorite promotion. My favorite promotion is the one that I book in my head, which
Yeah,
includes all
same.
the wrestlers.
No wonder you fit in around here.
Yes, he's jobbing again. Like
Owned.
Oh, don't be venomous.
He's wrestling the fuck out of Joey Janela right now, and I'm,
Guys.
Yes. Bob is entering. What music does Bob come out to?
the Keith Lee theme or fish and chips.
This is a great talk. Oh, he's back. Bob?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Bob.
Thanks. I don't know what happened there. My internet usually works now, but...
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
I know that Shoot wants you to come out of the frying pan into the fire. What would you actually come out to using the clusterfuck gimmick? What entrance song? And why is it Toby Keith? That's a callback. Do you remember that pod, Bob?
Oh, man, that was a night, wasn't it?
It was amazing. I knew enough to know it was going to be great, but it was way better than I expected. Bob sounded genuinely uncomfortable and was like, well, here's the deal, you know.
I love Red Titus.
I was like, oh, he's his son. Bless Bob. We say this a lot, but it's worth saying not behind the paywall. Bob's definitely the best person on this show, right? Jeez.
Invisible Man has entered.
All right, fair.
You don't get the DMs I get.
Oh, the ones about me? Oh, fuck. Well, there you go. Folks.
Yes.
Bob O'Neill's Corner 3 coming to the spotlight soon. The end is nigh, I guess. You get what you get, I suppose.
That's not true. We signed him to a new 4-year contract.
Yeah, but I can cut that contract anytime.
Was I supposed to leave that in?
You did the wide eyes. Like we were shooting a vignette for Impact.
I'm working tonight, brother.
You are, man. Selling.
I'm trying, man. Somebody's got to.
Factual. So they did this show tonight. Ring of Honor did. And I swear to God, when that crowd was chanting, "This is awesome," before the match even started, I was like, I don't even like wrestling anymore, but this is why I watch it.
Do you remember when they chanted "Fuck WrestleMania"? Yes, I was like,
this is a lot.
When you pulled it in front, that's so much harder, man. Damn. Okay, is that something you do regularly or just for the big ones?
Just for the big ones.
Yeah, I might try that at some point because it's got to be organic. Like I can do it now, but I don't. You know,
because if you do it right, it kind of makes your whole body shake a little bit.
You sure about that, Chief?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it at some point. How far back do you wind it up? You kind of put you know.
No, you don't wind it. You just
Okay.
What you mean? You could. That's the Tiger Woods thing. Where you,
So
Bob, do the Tiger Woods fist pump.
No.
It's not
Oh
even,
my god!
That wasn't very good. But
That was more of a punch.
yeah.
Not even selling if you have to perform the moves on yourself.
You got to remember, a lot of my gestures are overstated because obviously I learned from the best.
I just busted right inside him, and he can't extend on me anymore, and he seems a little overwhelmed by my girth and tonnage.
This is my feeling. Could you imagine a heavyweight champion in a world title fight doing that? Rules.
Yeah, this is true. We're very good at this.
Factual. Is this going to be Grin 32.5? I always kind of thought it was the unofficial Grin. I mean, I don't think we're going to go for much longer. We probably should have stopped an hour and a half ago, but...
We will end once Sean Ross Sapp is in the clusterfuck.
All right. Make sure you tell him what theme he comes out to.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, well, look at how mean the chat is being a J Shell.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ignore them.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Something we definitely will do a good job of. What about last week? Shooting Bob got really, really aggressive for the chat.
It happens a lot.
It does. Listen here, you pieces of shit. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. NXT 2.0's on, you know?
Yeah.
Is Carmelo losing the title tomorrow? Or am I just in my head?
Grayson Waller's winning it.
You think it's Grayson? Fair.
He rules, man.
But Carmelo's getting the world title, right?
Yeah.
That's why, okay. I just had to.
Did you see him at Wallow Mania?
Yes. I saw everything at Wally Mania.
He's awesome. When I said he was good, people got so mad at me. He rules.
Hey, shoot, you gonna watch the Final Four tomorrow?
No, I'm not. Actually,
amazing.
I might. Who knows?
That was amazing.
I will not be watching WrestleMania or NXT 2.0.
Did you see when Omos did Jay-Z? Did you see
what
that?
Was that?
Omos. He rapped.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, he's take on it. Did you see that shit?
No, I didn't.
Did you see Jade Cargill's outfit show?
I saw it.
That wasn't addressed to you, Shoot, but your aggression was very telling.
Well, very beautiful woman. What do you want me to say?
Bob?
What's up?
I just wanted you to comment on that.
Yes, I also saw it.
What did you think of his ability to keep up with Jay-Z?
I thought we were talking about Jade.
We were talking about Jade.
It's interesting.
Man. See, that's what happens after the show. See, I'll let it out there, folks. Jay, she'll make a note of that, please.
That was
you can know what?
Talk about it after. I want to talk about the timing that Shoot just displayed there because it was despicable.
Okay.
I was on fire and he cut me off.
It's supposed to be on Saturday. Originally it was on Sunday, but now it looks like it's Saturday.
You good, man?
Seeping. No, I'm seeping.
Okay.
I was red hot. Did you hear the people cheering?
Yeah.
Yeah, today.
That's why I cut you off. I've got a role to play here, man.
It's almost 3 a.m.
Have you ever heard when the Horsemen worked the Road Warriors and Dusty in Philly? And they're red hot. They're running wild. And like, Oli just keeps screaming at Arn and Rick, cut them off. Cut 'em off. They just keep bumping. They got 20-minute shine. And Oli's just like, cut them off, man. When you get some heat.
Awesome. I relate to that.
Why does Jimmy Lloyd look like he's about to throw up?
Well, probably because he is.
I did a rotunda take, Rob. I said that he's lying. I didn't say that. Listen, he ruined Lexi Allcap's career, so you get what you get. Mm-hmm. Bob told me that was a great idea. He pitched it. I don't know.
Why do you guys do Lexi all caps?
It's isn't that JJ's initially?
Yeah.
I think it's JJ's.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Good. Means you're awesome. Legitimately does. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Blood's a good bro. He put you over in the chat earlier too. When people were being very mean.
They can.
Yeah,
be mean.
it was
I don't
JJ's bit. He was saying what her non-WWE name would be, and
Oh.
he said Lexi. But we then just started to say all caps, like that would be the name.
They're
Well,
fighting
yeah,
with
'cause you can't
COVID
really-
masks on, and
Is
they're
she?
doing social distancing punching.
Fair. Shoot, was it?
I don't remember.
Remember when I called you old Matty Shoot in the group chat?
Yeah.
Is Sean in this thing yet? Oh, God damn it. Come on, man.
Turning into an incredible bit that we're going to be here for.
What if he's not actually in it?
How many people are in it?
104.
That would rule.
It doesn't
They've
seem out of the
gone
question.
through like 10 people already.
That's it?
It feels has been going on for years. Jay Shell, did you notice the aggression in Bob there? Different side of him, right? That's it. He said, that's it.
I mean, I can leave
Anymore.
whenever I want. I'm not bound to be here.
Well, prove it.
Wow.
Look at this conversation. God, Texas seems dreadful. It is, Reese. I love when the chat is like they just make conversation on themselves because we're talking such old shit. And they manage much more coherent conversation than we do. That's my favorite. Yeah, Bob used to work Texas regularly. Remember that feud you had with Dusty?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should say 3 more entries, and if SRS doesn't come out in that time, then we just call it a day.
3 more entries, and then we'll start reviewing Supercard of Honor.
He should come out to the old Kofi Kingston theme, the SOS theme.
For SRS.
Yeah.
Good question. In the famous eating soup Bob tweet, what kind of soup was Bob eating? God, Bob seems so angry.
He was so mad that he even got the question.
What do you think this is? Some sort of
What is
podcast?
this horse shit?
Remember when Bob earlier threw his hands up and said, "Why mess around with a rope breaks? This is wrestling."
Listen, I could just make
something.
something. I could just make something up, I guess. But also, you're expecting me to remember what I had for dinner like 6 months ago.
Bob's like, now look, when I come on the late night Grin, I bring my A game. And I need the chat to also bring their A game.
This is fair from Josh. You can't be mad at me. I own the mug. That's fair.
Well, to be fair, Bob didn't get a dime of that. So.
Yeah.
Oh dear. There you go. Don't worry, Demon Grim. We're going to start reviewing Supercard of Honor in about 5 minutes here. We've watched the show, taken notes. Bob's going to host that part of the show. We're excited. Do you remember when Jay Shell was like, name one non-AEW Sky Blue match, and Shoot and I became like the Steiner brothers in one fell swoop? We actually did the total elimination gimmick there, didn't we? The Oracle wants us to do.
Oh my god.
Bob, check your soup diary.
Imagine, like, you know, Jericho's match log, Bob doing that with soup. 2 stars. This one got turned into a t-shirt, 4 stars. Oh, we need to talk about the Dangerous Alliance.
Oh, yeah.
With the Dangerous Alliance, Jay Shell, congratulations. You're Steve Austin. I know there's layers to it and it's slightly problematic, but you're Steve Austin. Congratulations. Right? Do you know who the Dangerous Alliance is, Jay Shell?
No.
Shoot and I's favorite faction, probably, right?
Who's
Oh,
in
yeah.
it?
Okay, so Steve Austin, Rick Rude, Larry Zbyszko, one of your favorites, Jay Shell, Bobby Eaton, and who have I forgot?
Arn Anderson.
Oh my God. On Anderson. You know, the
Managed
guy
by
with
Paulie Dangerously.
Yeah, Paul Heyman. You know, on Anderson, the guy with the imaginary gun on Dynamite? You know, he does the thing. He has the gun, you know, the gun gimmick. On it, you know when he does that thing with a gun?
That's not the gimmick. He did it once.
No, he did. He used to rump it. Honestly, Darky does it. Maybe. Shoot, I'm right. He used to rump it.
He does it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're Steve Austin, okay? Because Steve Austin was very young in Dangerous Alliance and he became the future of the business. No pressure. I, of course, as though it wasn't obvious via my appearance, am ravishing Rick Rude. Make of that what you will. I let Shoot decide that, even though I knew it was true. The confirmed Shoot is Arn Anderson. He is a team member. He's not looking for any opportunities elsewhere. His thing is that he runs this faction quite tight. Mechanic, produces the graphics. Great spine buster. The Oracle of Wrestling, which will make him very happy, is Bobby Eaton. Some question his entertainment value, but mechanically he's as good as it gets. And unfortunately, that means that Bobby, you definitely wasn't the first name that we selected for this role. Definitely wasn't what happened. You are, in fact, Larry Zbyszko. I'm not going to explain that part. I'm going to let you figure that out for yourself in the coming months and years. But you once drew a lot of money with Bruno, brother, so congratulations.
So
More Blake Christian.
So when I said, so we both immediately said when this happened, because I tweeted that picture out after the last late night Grin we did, because it was so good. Yeah, we decided that, didn't we?
No, your conclusion was we all were Paul Heyman.
Oh, we're all Paul Heyman, yeah. Anyway, so I said that we both said Jay Show was Austin immediately. And I said that Joe was Rick Rude. And we said Bob was Larry. I don't remember why, but either way, it's funny. And then I was left to decide who was Eaton and Arn. And so I decided that I was Arn and Oracle was Eaton, but I didn't actually give my reason as to why. I just moved on. So now I'll give my actual reason. So Bobby Eaton is an all-time great tag team wrestler, which is what Oracle is.
Kevin Blackwood.
Arn Anderson is an all-time great tag team wrestler, but Arn could work a singles. And I've hosted shows and choose not to do it. That's why I'm Arn Anderson.
Selfless.
Yes, exactly.
Folks, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. Fuck it. Fox Sports offered confirmed Shoot $150,000 to attend every WWE pay-per-view and offer live reactions and analysis.
Yeah.
Do you know what he said to them? He said, how many fucking grins are in that contract? And walked out. And that's why he's on Anderson. Bob?
Yep.
Do you remember when you were the head booker of Total Nonstop Action in the mid-2000s?
I do.
You tried to sign Rey Mysterio Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And then you panicked greatly about it, and you said, I didn't get him.
Yeah.
And we were all bummed out about it. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Can we sign off soon? I'm tired.
Is Sean Ross Sapp in yet?
No, but we said 3 matches, and it's
You said that.
3 entrants.
I'm going till Sean Ross Sapp's in.
Yeah, we're going until Sean comes in.
And when he comes in, we're going to go and watch it immediately.
So
you can leave, Joshua, but we're committed.
But then how will we know when Sean Ross
the chat might
will
tell us.
say it, but I'll stay in. Oh God.
We'll stay in. Good Lord. This is like torture.
Can you? I'm now thinking about that scenario. That's 100% true. Where I turned down $150,000 a year from Fox Sports, and I'm imagining, like, they fly me in for a meeting. My wife goes and helps me pick out a suit, and I fly to LA, and I have this meeting, and I come home. She's, how did it go? And I'm like, well, they offered me $150,000 a year. And she's like, well, great. I can quit my job and we can get out of debt. And I'm like, well, Hold on. I got a pretty good gig making 3 figures a month. I told him no.
The grins aren't comparable.
I said money's not everything.
And also, I don't even like WWE. Have you seen? That's the exact story that Nash tells about leaving the Fed. He goes, WWF was my family. He goes, I went home one time. My wife was pregnant. She said, she held her belly. She said, this is your family. He's like, no, she didn't. You're full of shit.
Ellis Taylor is a weird man.
Yeah.
We don't like him.
So they offered me the $150,000. And I said, can I bring Bob O'Neill? And they said, who the fuck is that? And I stormed out.
Oh, God. I'm still reeling at the idea of you flying out to LA. Walking through the studios, waving at Colin and Skip and the gang.
Just sending you selfies of like me standing in front of the
Colin Coward's big desk. The first thing in my contract would be that I get one of those desks. They'd be like, you don't even do TV shows. I don't care. I want one of the desks. Send it to me. Of course, the true comedy to this is that it's actually like one day Bob's going to get like an actual gig with a major site and we're going to be like, wait, what? Bob, exclusive WWF analysis on Sports Keto. Bob gets the big graphic with his arms crossed. Bob's doing the thinking face like this with the WWE logo behind him. Ratings talk with Bobby. Rob's ratings review. Welcome back, folks. 1.6 million. Let me tell you, this number it's trending. It's trending a certain way. I don't know you get into it here, but it's trending a certain way. Can you imagine doing a full pod on that? Oh my god. I guess the pals at Wrestle.
Don't they do that every week?
Like, imagine us.
We're actually good at it.
They know what they're talking about. So imagine Bob on his own doing a solo pod about the ratings, just being like, Dynamite, 980, not a million. Impact.
That should be a segment on the Grin.
Yeah, you just read the ratings and kind of just give it the best best take on it you can.
Yeah.
Impact from a 120 to a 125. Seems like last week's angle paid off. MLW, 56,000 viewers on YouTube. Granted, I recorded this after 6 days, not 7. Maybe it will reach last week's 60,000 total eventually. NWA Power.
Numbers not available.
Brandon Thurston's a beast. He's really good at what he does. We can't relate. This was a good bit. Do you know that Colin Coward blamed this on a wrestling fan that worked for him? Amazing.
No, of course he did.
What a heel. Oh, God.
We're not even doing that at this point.
Yeah. A genuine professional is watching this program and is in disbelief of what's going on. Chris, I hope you're well, pal. Stephen Jensen stopped through and must have been like, what the fuck is going on over here?
Have you seen like Thurston's? I've seen clips of Thurston's show. And it's like the whole screen is like giant graphs and he's just like down in the corner and there's like no back.
Could you
like,
imagine
I want to
being
recreate that so bad.
Rob's ratings review. That's the show.
Mm-hmm. It's just,
just Bob reading it.
Just Bob down in the corner. But see, the way this would need to work is that we would control what's behind him. It's ideally he wouldn't be able to see it, only we would be able to see it.
Yeah. I think it'd be funny if Bob just literally just read it straight, like AEW third for the night, not first, not second, third. 980,000 views. Last week there was second.
Okay, Bob, please do this one time, but just fucking do it on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
just tweet out a video of you reading the ratings.
Yeah.
Because you know they're gonna kick the shit out of him. God, they would kick the shit out of you if you did that.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
it'd be bad.
I'm having to focus so hard to like understand a single bit of what's happening right now.
We're talking about ratings.
I'm not even listening to you guys. I'm trying
All right, hardly anyone here is.
Remember when Bob dunked on Oracle and we said, Oracle, Bob just dunked. He said, I didn't listen.
That was so like Oracle went like on a 10-minute. Not, I mean, just a balanced take on how he's not sure what Joe has left in the tank, and we'll have to see. And he's not really. And Bob was just like, maybe we should just fucking enjoy it, man. Have you thought of that? Like, can't we just be happy for one night, dude? I was just sitting down here like, holy shit, man.
That's daggers from Bob. That's like a full-on like pullback.
And Oracle's just sitting there oblivious.
Yeah.
Oracle fucking rules, man.
I said to him, recap your tweet about FTR Briscoes, and he's like, about 20 years ago. I was like, fuck, Jesus. Who's in the Battle Royal, J Shell?
Grim Reaper's about to get eliminated. Paro's here. Sandra Moon, Hoodfoot. I think. Oh no, people are leaving. Janela's ringside.
People are leaving.
No, Janela's ringside eating Cheetos.
I love when Bob laughs. Sincerely laughs.
Do you remember
Kevin Blackwood's
remember when
still
Jay
there.
White had debuted in AEW and I immediately told Crosby that people were leaving and had to dim the lights in the building.
No.
Then you immediately chimed in like they probably could have shot this better or something. I don't know why he puts up with us.
We're so mean to him. He's I posted a screenshot of it recently when he was like really happy and he was like, "Oh, Ring of Honor's on pay-per-view. I bought it," and I just put, "Old man."
Remember last night when he put in the group chat, I'm watching Spring Break and I just fucking dunked on him.
And you knew that he'd prefer the Hitchcock card on paper.
I immediately was like, we're watching this show at 10 o'clock because we're in a class and taste.
The thing is, Jay Show, you prefer what you watch, but Crosby 100% was jealous that he wasn't watching this show. He was like, "Oh, that's a hell of a lineup."
Yeah, I sent the lineup, and that was his immediate response.
Oh,
good Lord, man.
I love him though. He's the nicest guy. That's the core point too, right? It's not when we question Bob's politics. The actual bit is that Bob's like the most wholesome guy on the show.
Yeah.
Jack's the same, the nicest dude. Will do anything for you. So of course we have to call him a piece of shit every time. I don't know why. That's the way we work.
I fucking told him he was on TV and was gonna send him a picture of the St. Peter's mascot, and then fucked up the bit. And meanwhile, he wholesomely replies with, "Holy shit, rewind it and send me a picture."
It was a great match. Well, hold on. Okay. Nate Webb is in, JJ says. Bob, how's this match going over there in GCW?
Taking a while.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
taken
said
more
I
than a
liked it.
while.
Yeah.
Your quote was "I liked it,"
Yeah.
and then Jack says that was great, and I immediately replied with, "Well, let's calm down." God, man.
Oh, that was funny.
Big
Yeah,
seasoning.
fun. This show's been pretty funny in the end.
It has.
It was like a
Bob, do you
funeral
like
at the
that Brock
start.
Lesnar seasoning?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I had it the other day.
He's wrestling Roman Reigns on Sunday.
He is.
So he's going to win?
No.
What do you think the chances?
Probably like 25%.
Wow. I think it's higher, but I get you. Shoes, the last match you're watching, the last show you're watching for the weekend?
Yeah, I won't watch wrestling again until
Bro,
Elevation.
how nuts does next Wednesday look?
I know, right?
Yeah, I was trying to think, is there like something going on, or are they just loading the show because for no reason?
He's more aggressive now, man. I'm telling you, he's changed as a booker. Like, last week, Wednesday show, that lineup was like one of the weak ones he's had recently.
Mhm.
And that was stronger than what he would do regularly a year ago. He's definitely changed the book. I'm telling you, I'm convinced of it. Absolutely convinced of it.
Adam Cole and Christian Cage is going to be awesome.
That's going to be really good. And that's one that I think they intended to do about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And they've got to it finally.
Mhm.
And obviously the
don't think-
tag matches,
I don't think I can physically stay up anymore without like almost dying.
Yeah, you can go. She's forcing you to stay.
The chat's like legitimately worried about me and wants me to go drink water because of the shade of my face.
Yeah, you should probably do that too.
And that's your beard, I think.
Oh my god. I will see you guys tomorrow for another day full of wrestling.
Bye.
You're hanging in there well. Okay, speak to you soon, Jay Show.
Bye, Jay Show.
Bye, thank you guys.
Backdrop.
I know I did that during the countdown because I realized the show was in Texas. I figured why not?
Oh man, my guy got a private jet.
That must have been him arriving
Dude.
because he
Can you
tweeted the video
imagine?
out and then he came to the press conference.
Imagine him sitting there with one of those, those hats he wears. He's trying to get in the zone, and TK's like, let's talk about a cage match with Jay Briscoe. Memories? It was pretty good. Well, the Kobashi match. He's like, well, if you could listen to the Steve Austin podcast, I've got in pretty good detail in there. He's like, well, I'll come back later. So, minute 48 of the CM Punk sequel. You like it or not? I've never been too sure of myself. Sitting there, no selling. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fun times. I remember it well.
I was a big fan of Tony Khan tweeting about Rampage while he was sitting in Gorilla at this show, probably timing the match.
Bro, seriously. You know how big of a deal that was to him tonight?
I know.
I think that's one of his proudest nights. Seriously. Because that's the territory that,
I think he's going to,
keep this fandom alive, bro. Seriously, it's nuts.
He'll do fine with Ring of Honor.
Very
It may not be what everyone wants, but Bob will like it.
I think it was off to a pretty good start, personally.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Wonder if he's going to go back to the old logo.
I think he might go back.
New one.
I think he'll get a new logo, but I think he might go back to the old, like canvas. Like the old kind of aesthetic.
Yeah.
You see him doing that. Oh my god! I just seen like a clip of the press conference. He's in full promo mode, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's wearing this jacket. He looks incredible. Look at his hair.
This was funny, and they also in their Dynamite promo, where they said they accepted the challenge or the Rampage promo, they were like, "I'm sure you probably know by now."
Incredible.
Yeah, I don't think that Ring of Honor logo is going to be gone soon.
It's bad. That's like the one where, like when he took over, Cornette was like, we need to get a graphic designer to do the new logo. And they came at the office next day and they were like, yeah, we've put a fans competition up.
God bless.
He did a Bob when he booked Adam Pearce as their color commentator, and there was all this heat about what Adam Pearce had done when he was there before, and he got like human resources got him unbooked, and he claims that he punched a hole through his like garage but now all I can think of is Bob doing it twice. Twice, man.
Had
That's
to
incredible.
class it up there for the final.
Yeah. Is Sean in yet?
I don't think so.
You realize if the chat doesn't tell us that we'll just be here for the rest of our lives?
Yeah, it'd be a really good bit.
Good way to go, in my opinion. Great night to close it out. Imagine that Oracle just shows up in 23 hours to review like WrestleMania.
We're like 4 hours from my wife storming in here and yelling at me, which would be incredible content.
Let me tell you something. All right. If Becky Lynch wins that, Bob, listen to me. You're my friend and my confidant, all right? If Becky Lynch wins that match at WrestleMania, you need to keep this platform afloat, okay? So I'm going to be there.
I'm a little worried.
Oracle and Jay Shell will be.
Yeah.
Oh man, I might actually have to watch if that happens.
Bob, this is going to be the greatest test yet for you, but I think you can do it. You're going to have to rein them in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Rein them in.
I'll just get up and leave. Like not even leave the stream, just literally get up from his desk and leave.
Imagine Bob getting actively mad at him.
Yeah.
Hey, come on now. Joe left us in charge. Slapping his fist down. I'm gonna do night 2. I'm not doing night 1.
I'm not doing either. Can you imagine if I just showed up and sat here?
Everyone knows you're working, Mania. Stop with it. It's just dumb. You can't work fans in this day and age, okay? Let me guess. Oh, Rick Boogs is injured. Shinsuke needs a new partner.
Yeah.
Wonder who? God damn it.
I wouldn't even make it down that ramp before I'd be fucking blown up, man. I would just give up, man. You'd like,
Give
why
up.
did it just be a shot of me sitting on the ramp?
Give up. This is a good idea. Bob needs
That's
to set
a
up a
great
tip for
idea.
to punch during the review. That's good stuff. Imagine
Bob, go to
Jay
Lowe's
Shell,
tomorrow and get a big thing of drywall.
Jay Shell and Oracle are like ranting and raving, and Bob just starts punching a wall to get their attention. Enough of this. Reviewing the grandest stage of them all, the most stupendous WrestleMania ever. Get them some respect.
Good Lord,
Yeah.
man. I'm getting fucking the shit kicked out of me now. I mean, they're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it.
Good Lord, that's a little much. It's like 3 a.m.
Jimmy Wang Yang's daughter is in the...
Good. He looked pretty good last night, honestly.
Who's Edith?
That was Brandy Rhodes' WWF name, wasn't it?
No, that was Eden.
I don't fucking know. What do you want from me? Could you imagine Brandy Rhodes came into this match and JJ commented it as Eden?
I was thinking more of Julia Hart sitting on the steps. That's just me on the WrestleMania ramp, and I'm just there for the rest of the show.
Where was she tonight?
Oh. How mad do you think she was when Alex Zayne came out with the eye patch?
I don't think she watched the show.
Fair.
My
I should have pointed that out to Oracle.
You sent me that thing last night, and I completely missed it because I didn't zoom, I didn't click the picture where Lexi Allcaps claimed she was going to steal Athena's gear. I missed it because I didn't click on it, but I was like, after you pointed it out to me, I just sat there and thought about how funny it is, the idea of her like buying a WrestleCon show, lock it in. Damn, the Briscoes run this one. It's always good when one of us sends something to the other and we both of us are confused, like earlier when I did the Hitchcock bit.
Yeah.
Always good.
Yeah. That was something. I've already forgot the name of the movie that I didn't know existed.
Frenzy.
Frenzy, that's right.
That's why I winked at you and you didn't sell.
Oh, I knew why you winked at me. I didn't sell, though.
Top 5 Hitchcock movies.
I don't think I know 5. I think I only know Psycho and The Birds and Frenzy.
Good top 3. The Birds is... I think the Birds is aged worse than the other two. Vertigo's good.
Should check it out.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction. I don't even know why that's funny.
Goodfellas. Name movies.
Oh, yeah, Rear Window.
Oh, Rear Window is beautiful. What a beautiful film. One of the most, like, visually compelling movies ever. Just love it. Sun beaming through. Fabulous movie. All-time favorite of mine.
Yeah, North by Northwest. That's a good one. That
It's
Hitchcock
fun.
thing, man. I'm still thinking about that. Because
Keep
you
you
can
up at
really
night.
break down what happened and how it happened.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we could really analyze it.
What,
We're not
Psycho?
going to, but we could.
What, Psycho?
No, like how that whole interaction fell apart.
You talking about when when he puts the wig on?
I think when you have to wait that long to come up with something, you just gotta move on. Why
When
are
he
we
would-
still?
He would hide it. But he would clean it up as his mother.
Yeah. Bob, what do you think of Halloween Kills?
I haven't watched it yet. I have to watch all of them so I can settle the debate between Joe and Alex of which one's better.
How wholesome was Alex's tweet tonight, by the way? In which she said, I just wish I could embrace Joe
Yeah.
Holder. What rules is that so much better in thought than in execution. We like clash heads on it or something.
You got mad at me for the don't watch the kitchen match.
What?
What?
Is that in Psycho? No, that doesn't happen in Psycho. He makes the sandwiches at one point.
Yeah.
Remember when he makes the sandwiches? This rules, Joe. That film's gorgeous. Love it. Bob, have you seen Morbius yet?
No, I heard it's not very good.
Josh, I'm a fraud. I can't see anything about Edgar Wright films. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm still reading that comment over and over again. I'm so confused.
It's about
And
Ring
he's
of
gonna
Honor.
explain it, and I'm gonna feel like a fucking moron. But right now, I'm like,
You got confused, you. Yeah, Jason, I like Psycho 2. It's very underrated. Quentin Tarantino thinks it's better than 1.
who's the best Bond, Joe?
Bob O'Neill. I guess it's Connery, right? That's so lame. I don't fucking know. I don't like Bond films.
Wow.
I don't like them. I'm sorry.
You sure you're British?
No.
I am.
You're sure I am, or you're sure you are? Maven is here.
How many people are in this fucking thing?
104.
I mean, I thought that was a bit, but yeah.
Bob, why mess around with the ropes anyway? This is wrestling. That was Joe when they explained the pure rules when he won the belt. Only 3 of them. No, be careful. It's one closed fist, pal. Use it carefully.
Stupid.
I'm not a carry on guy. Sorry, Jason. I was about to say it's before my time, but then I realised I just put over Rear Window. I kind of deleted that part of my argument. I'm bad at this.
Haven't seen any of the Taken movies.
No.
Tarantino. It's a really good question. I don't know. Bobby?
I think my top one is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood still. I haven't watched it again in about a year, but I really enjoyed it when I saw it.
I still haven't seen that.
It's very good.
There's just like a time in my life where I just decided I wasn't going to watch movies anymore. I don't know why.
You started watching Ring of Honor instead?
Yeah.
2019 had a lot of good movies. I had the AMC stubs and went quite a bit, and there haven't really been good movies since then because of everything going on.
The Pulp Fiction, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's difficult.
Probably have Reservoir Dogs on there.
I really like
Halloween
Kill
Kills.
Bill.
Do you know that Terrence almost did a Halloween?
Really?
Like 5? He was supposed to do. It's a pretty weird story. Yeah. Thanks for selling that, Bob. Shit wasn't going to offer much there. He just sort of raised his eyebrows.
3:16 a.m.
Almost breakfast time here, pal.
So why are we still here?
Is Sean Ross Sapp's not in there? How does no one know this yet? Inexplicably, and Shu can confirm it because you can see it, the audience is completely maintained.
Yeah.
What does this say about you folks is the real question. Because
Inglourious Bastards, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't talked about wrestling for about 2 hours.
Maven did 4 drop kicks and left.
Owned.
I hope he just left. Like,
yeah.
I was going to watch the Steiner speech after this, but I probably won't now.
Just watch it now.
Should.
Just do your version of it, and we'll pretend it's the real one.
I guess Scott tells a story about like meeting cows with Randy Savage or something.
Can you bark like Rick Steiner?
No, I'm not going to do that. It's 2 a.m. That
was an interesting answer, though, because you didn't say you couldn't. You said, I'm not going to do that at 2
I probably could. I mean,
Maven was number 32.
Jason said, I've got nowhere else to go. Hey, man, bed. Everyone's blaming you.
Everyone loves an hour-long match at 2 a.m.
Hang on, he might be in. JJ said Sean Ross Sapp.
Wow.
May have done it, boys. May have done it. Chat, we need updates, because otherwise we're going to be here forever. LNG that goes past midnight West Coast time, a rare event. Oh my God, that really gives you some perspective, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We tried our best here, guys, to keep you guys grinning, okay? You know, there's a lot of wrestling review shows out there, but how about one that doesn't review the shows? You ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Owned. Take that, Wrestle Talk.
Bobby Joe said we've maintained our audience, so we immediately lost 5 viewers.
Wow.
Sean's here. Right, bye, everyone. No, seriously. Shoot, you have any final words?
Sean is getting booed. What was his entrance theme?
What would be I don't know. Shoot, do you have any final comment?
Don't watch WrestleMania.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Bobby?
Unless you want to, then you should watch it.
Bobby? Any final words?
Whoa, I wasn't done.
I'm sorry, let's do it again. Confirm, Shoot. Any final comments?
The chanting, we want Meltzer.
Yeah.
If you want to watch WrestleMania, you should watch WrestleMania. I hope Bianca Belair wins for the sanity of some of my friends. The end. Bobby?
Yeah, thanks for joining us. I think we all had a really good day, and hopefully we can carry the momentum into the weekend. I think it's been a good week here. Just want to keep it rolling.
Folks, I'll be back in about 12 hours with the Oracle of Wrestling. Talk about NXT Stand and Deliver. Then 2 nights WrestleMania reviews. That will conclude our week. We're going to do an outro, the same outro you used to with Bobby pointing, but the only way I really wrap up a podcast of this caliber is play this one last time for the folks at home, huh? It's been a great night. Let's close out in style. Enjoy this. Enjoy the outro. I'll see you very soon for the NXT program. Thanks for joining us, folks. Enjoy this.
Hey, Rob, Kevin Nash. Yeah, I'm upset too, man. Ron was one of my favorite guys to watch on TV also. Plus, he's a buddy of mine. I don't know what the hell's going on there. But if you can get rid of the monster, I guess that nobody's safe, right? Or maybe that's the whole reason they got rid of him. I don't know. Anyway, just a pep talk, man. Just gotta. I'm rooting for Orton now. Orton's my new guy. So I guess that's all I can say. And I'll see you through the week. I'll see you through the window. My grandfather used to say that. See ya, cracker. Peace.
Thanks, Kevin. Good night, everybody. Wow.